Hello, everybody, my space friends. Welcome to another episode of the Citizen Central podcast. Once a month, good old times. Wait, are we looping over here? What is going on there? Once a month, lovely little podcast where we get some content creators and generally YouTube folks from Star Citizen around in a little roundtable format. Have a little talk. Today we've got Zero State, Dead Leader, Myre, three streamers from different areas of the game, honestly, and three folks who I've talked to. I think Dead Leader, we actually you were on the previous episode. We've talked quite a bit, but Zero State and Myre, we haven't gotten to talk too much. So I'm looking forward to getting a chance to read your thoughts today. How are you all doing?
Doing good, thanks.
Happy to have you all on today. I think this is episode 10. I want to say this is episode 10, and it's been a good time so far. It might seem a little weird how my camera, for anybody who's watching, my camera is like slowly sloping off the side of the screen. Just ignore that. All right, we make what needs to work. Before we jump into it today, I know who you all are, and our viewers might know who you all are, but somebody's got to be in here for the first time. So I'd like to introduce everybody to the crowd. Zero State, could you start us off? Let people know kind of what you do, where you're coming from for this show.
Yeah, so I stream Star Citizen way more than is probably healthy, and just really got into the game. I mean, like a decade ago, and loved it ever since. Put it down for a while, came back. Been super into the game for the last like 3 years, and yeah, I guess you can find me at Twitch.
Cool. Twitch.tv/Zero State.
Yep.
Or as some I've heard call Mr. State.
Some, yeah.
Mr. State.
Dead Leader, my friend. Who are you?
My name is Mr. Dead Leader, and I do Star Citizen YouTube. I do a lot of videos and sort of kind of salvage. I run a salvage org called the Skull Scrapers, and yeah, I just like to kind of.
Wait, that's a salvage org?
Yeah,
that sounds a little violent for salvage.
Well, yeah, that's our idea. Is we want to be able to like strike fear in people. So at the law we got attached is that we're all people that were previous victims of pirates, and so we won't be victims again.
I
so
see.
We maintain on being able to defend ourselves.
So both ship and Skull Scrapers, then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, everybody who's watching the video. Just like. Destroyed the background for a second there.
But yeah, I just kind of like do weird. I don't know. I like to just play around with the game and make my own fun, really, more than anything.
Yeah, I actually really enjoyed. I think it was a video that ended up leading to us getting on a podcast episode together. Was the one you did, fishing at Orison.
Fishing one. Yeah.
never knew that Star Citizen could go toe to toe with Stardew Valley. Good to see them. Meyer, my friend, tell the people where you come from.
Hi, my name is Meyer. I'm a voice actor and streamer here on Twitch TV, and not on. I do have a YouTube channel, actually. I was going to say, and not on YouTube, which is also being cast on at the moment. But yeah, I have a YouTube channel. I have some tutorials there. I should do more. I don't. I've got a lore series there that I have a couple of like short stories from the verse in there if you are interested, and maybe I can be convinced to do more of it. But yeah, otherwise. That's me. I guess my focus in SC is more like isn't too gameplay focused. It's lore and RP, role playing a character within the game. Using voice over IP and going, "Hi, how's it going?" I'd like trying to see what happens and if people like buy into it and like have adventures and stuff with people that way. Yeah, weird stuff.
No, I like that. I think everybody can agree that's probably going to be a pretty big part of the game because GTA. RP was like huge. That sort of pushed Grand Theft Auto online. Yeah. So I think Star Citizen will be big for that. I look forward to seeing what you do with that. I might join
more stable servers, dude. And yes, 100%. Please do. I mean, you don't even have to like make a character in Star Citizen like to role play. You don't have to like go. I'm an orc. You just talk. And that's it. You're now role-playing the character. Everything else is already there in the, everybody knows what ISC is, who Jax McCleary is, all that stuff. Yeah. You don't need to do anything weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, Like 100%, dude. I just need more stable servers, stable
Yeah,
voice, stable
yeah,
like
seriously.
voices. We're good.
Because I
Yeah.
mean,
It's
it,
true.
A great example of that is what can I think of their name right now? They do it's gonna bug me now. They do like RP and Star Citizen.
Okay.
And, like people just love them. They stream on Twitch, and we're like friends, and I can't remember the name.
Is it Meyer?
they do
No.
YouTube stuff.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't know. It's somebody's gonna say it. And I'm gonna kick myself for forgetting.
Huh.
It's way too early.
Yeah, I don't
I mean,
know.
I'm
I
gonna
don't,
remember it
up,
in
like-
10 minutes, and then I'll scream about it. But
It,
people
just yell
do
it out.
this-
Yeah.
Like people do this like RP content. Expat Brat, there it is. Thank you.
There it is.
I'm gonna kick myself the rest of the day.
Yep.
Expat Brat does that basically where it's like camera work and it's like right in the face and like
yeah.
voiceovers and stuff, and it's like it's so fun to watch that because it feels like you're invested in them going to get a burrito, you know, or whatever. And it's cool that Star Citizen allows you to do that. You know, it's truly a game that's not like anything else. It's wild.
There's so much potential for it. So much.
Voice,
I like you're
face.
saying with. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was saying, like you're saying, like you don't really need to do much to be role playing in it. Things like the medical, like rescue beacons, and to get like transport beacons. So many times I've seen just like non-RP streamers pick one of those up and then go, and then the person they pick up is just talking about like, yeah, I was just out here hauling some cargo, and then I got shot down by pirates, or I run out of fuel, and like. They're not even role playing. They're just saying what they were doing, but they're literally like they might as well be role playing because they're saying what just happened in the verse, and they become a character sort of naturally. And so I think
That's true.
Yeah.
There's so many tools in this game that help for it. I mean, like even if like, so did you know that like certain helmets have different modulation for voice over IP? Like you put on a Defiance helmet and you literally sound, you sound different.
I
Like,
did not.
It's really cool. Like I'm gonna put out the idea now. I mean, you guys are free to try and do it if you want to. Otherwise, I'm gonna spend another month or so and then maybe do it. But I want to do a YouTube video where I basically get every single helmet in the game and then like just do a pass test of all of them to see how the modulation is, that patch for the helmets.
You should do that.
Would be insanely cool.
Yeah.
Do that for sure.
That is a
Sounds
very cool
tedious
one.
as hell to do though.
somebody's gonna grab that, man.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
now you have to do it fast.
Yeah. That would be cool though. I had no idea it changed your
I think-
voice.
98% of players have no idea.
Yeah.
It's true.
Well,
'Cause it's like we all expect VoIP to be just goofy and like, oh, you sound different today for whatever reason,
Yeah.
because the server's FPS is like 0.1 or whatever.
Yeah.
well, yeah, and like it's also in my experience not very stable. So like I'll talk through it and people tell me my voice is really, really quiet. And I'm like, I have no idea how. I'm looking at the volume and it's all the way up. I don't know how I could change that. And I feel like I run into like small problems with VoIP like that make me not use it as much as I want to.
Because you're wearing
That's
the
the major
marshmallow
issue.
suit and it filters your voice. Yeah,
That's probably it. You just barely hear me.
The Michelin man's over here yelling at me, waving his arm.
But yeah, the VoIP and FOIP, face and voice over IP, are going to be really cool for role playing and stuff.
100%.
So I brought you
Sorry for
all.
hijacking.
No, that's fine. That was like, I mean, we don't get to talk about that very often because we don't have any voice actors on here or people who care enough about that. And I think like that's the kind of thing that draws people to Star Citizens. They do care about a lot of really obscure things that draw a lot of different people into the game. So that's
the best thing about the game, honestly.
Yeah.
You know,
it's a good perspective.
Looking at you, Paul Shelley.
So I brought you all here today because 319 is in PTU. 318 has been live for, gosh, over a month now.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, it's longer than that even. It's got to be close to 2 months.
Yeah. I don't even know, but
Well,
is
only
time?
like 3 days out of those 2 months have been playable in 3.
right. I was gonna say it
True.
feels like longer than it's been. It's been pretty painful. Excuse call to prayer in the background. It's a staple of the podcast. But people are saying that like 318 was trouble, and there are a lot of worries that that trouble will continue, that PES won't be able to be made more efficient. There's also obviously a lot of like sort of plenty of new players have joined since 317 started, And since 3.17, we haven't had a normal patch cycle. So a lot of people are sort of up in the air about what's next. Thought I'd have you guys on here to talk about kind of what you're expecting and what you're seeing with the current game, 3.18, 3.19, and kind of how it's playing. Just a general checkup. So to start off, I'd like you to just describe for our viewers, in your opinion, what Star Citizen is, what it plays like in 2023 right now. And you sound excited. We'll start with you, Meyer.
I'm just like, what it is, what it plays like is like, what about what it doesn't play like? But
yeah, I mean, it's a fun answer.
I mean, in 2023, I mean, it's a mixed bag because you mentioned, of course, 3.18 came about and it had this persistent entity streaming thing that like has been this massive like undergoing technologically that's caused a lot of issues, gameplay wise, right?
Yeah.
I mean, 2023 SC hasn't necessarily been playable, all the playable bits of it have been in the PTU, but I think that it's kind of coming around now with 3.19. They've done all these bug fixes and bug pauses now, and the content teams who did not have anything to do with 3.18 now are now having their content coming in for 3.19. So there's actually something new to do as well. So I guess in general, I mean, like Star Citizen in 2023 is promising. I mean, I don't really have anything specific to describe it because obviously 3.19 isn't even out yet. It's in the PTU, and you know how PTUs go.
Yeah.
Like they're the smoothest, the most fun, like the most stable the game ever is in the unstable test universe. And then it goes live, and all of a sudden there's a fire somewhere. But yeah, that's my non-answer.
Yeah, PTU will make you feel bad for getting too optimistic.
Yeah.
I feel like it's almost like this entire year has exclusively been, how everyone says, it's in alpha.
Mm-hmm.
Like, really? This entire year, it's literally just only been an alpha. Like, every PTU, I see the PTU and live as being exactly the same at the moment. We have not had a single really stable kind of build. I think PES has just been that complicated and that much to work out that we really haven't had a real patch out. Like, yes, there's been content in and everything, and there's all this sort of tech, but it's not like how 3.17.5 was, where you could play it. Like, it was crashing heaps, a lot of 30Ks in that one, but like you knew what it was, and it was that like reliably for like a long while, to the point that you could sort of advance your game. But I think by this point, like, a lot of us probably already had our little hearts broken enough that we're already in the sort of like PTSD of like, yeah, look, I'll believe it when it's here and it's working properly. Like, I don't think anyone is sitting here going like, next patch, man, it's all gonna work. Next patch, it's all gonna be great. I swear to God. Like, we're all just kind of like, yeah, look, it's not really working that great.
Yeah.
And I mean, I was worrying that like, them pushing for Invictus and 3.19, that like they were just trying to add more things to it so fast that like, the bug fixing and ironing out and getting it to a playable state just was going to be kind of overlooked. But I don't know if you guys saw, but in like the patch notes, they've been talking about that they've found apparently a big problem that has probably been making a lot of the NPCs and stuff sort of bug out for a very long time, and that's apparently coming out in the next PTU patch.
Is there? Are you saying there's another Jesus patch around the horizon? Is that it?
Yeah,
I've heard this story before.
Yeah, but I mean, it's only rare that they say stuff like that, even in this cycle of promises, where they're like, hold on. It's like they're kind of like, oh, hold on. It's like almost they found like, that fire, that, the tire fire that has been burning for like a long while.
But the thing about that is like, it's not so much that they're going to fix it or it's not so much that they might not actually fix it. For me, it's more that they'll fix it, and then like 3 months from now, they'll probably be broken again. The NPCs always break again. Always.
Yeah.
It is known.
It is one of those issues with, like an ongoing alpha, is that like stability is always going to be like fleeting, because whenever they add new mechanics and new systems, then old things are going to by nature just kind of like become more unstable and the tech is going to rot. up until like, you know, the game is, you know, gold standard, and then like things will be a bit more I guess Star Citizen is one of those weird things, right? Like, and I think 2023 for many has been kind of like an eye-opening moment where like, oh yeah, it really isn't an alpha, because like most games that are in an alpha state are not stable. Most don't even have textures. But Star Citizen, because they do this alpha development of this, you know, this game, right? But at the same time, on the other hand, they have this like, you know, AAA like a marketing team that like, you know, push out, oh, this patch is coming out, you know, like just you wait, you can go ahead and you can do all the looting and shooting and bunker busting and stuff.
Playable
and then, like,
now.
yeah,
Playable now,
exactly.
Yeah. Oh God, that's like that's gonna be the new joke.
That's the meme of the year for sure.
Yeah.
Playable now. Yeah.
Gonna have to name
Wait.
at least one video this year that.
Call one of your ships playable now. You know?
The pledge store, buyable now or whatever.
But I mean, you make a good point. Like that's really the crux of their whole problem, is that they are making a game for people to play right now when really they're building a game, and you don't generally do that. And we can see how difficult that's been, especially with 318. It's been exacerbated a ton.
Yeah,
It's difficult because they, at one side, like CIG has called it live service in their own words, on their own, like their own people have called it that. They advertise it like it's a live service game. You know, there's YouTube ads saying playable now. They market it like it's a live service game. But I think a lot of the community, myself included, fall back to, well, it's an alpha, so give them a break. Well, they have to balance.
Yeah.
Do we fix the stuff? And do we build the stuff? Because when you build the stuff, you break the stuff. When you break the stuff, you have to fix the stuff. And if you're busy fixing this stuff, it's hard to build the stuff. And so they have to, I think, kind of manage that and manage that balance as they go forward.
Yeah.
And I think you get certain patches like 318 when it went live where so much stuff broke that it was hard to fix it. And it's almost like they just said like, hey, we're going to just go to 319 and just build the stuff. You know, we're just going to keep building this stuff because we got to get 319 for Invictus I think that was their plan, right? But and let's try to get 318 kind of like, you know, in a place where some people can play, and
it can't be easy because
it's getting there. Yeah, and it definitely can't be easy. Exactly.
Yeah, because they have this massive goal ahead of them, but at the same time they also have a massive player base that they have to satisfy. And the thing is that if they satisfy the player base with a stable patch, that's dev time, dev hours that they could have spent making the game the players want to play.
Right.
So like it's this impossible balancing act that just gets called bad management, because like how can you? It's like a catch-22 kind of situation. But
And
yeah,
in the middle of all of that, I know people will constantly say, "Oh, all I did was pump out ships. Ships make them money." But like, you know, you look at the trends, and as the game is better, people spend more money. Like, if they're putting out consistently good patches, then people are more likely to enjoy the game, be happy, and spend more money. But at the same time, they also have to be like, hey, but there's also this feature coming up soon, so that people are excited to get ships that can use those features, that use the longevity the game is offering with those features. So like, again, there's that balance of making it playable so that people are happy and making it move forward at a rate that keeps people looking, you know, to what's next.
That actually brings up a good point. There's the 319 new player experience stuff, which I think it's a good time for that. It was a good time for it like 6 months ago, but
yeah,
I can't tell you how many times I've had somebody come into my Twitch chat or like comments on a YouTube video or whatever, or just on Twitter, wherever you see it, or even in game. There was a guy that I was bounty hunting and I went after him and I soft killed his ship and I left him there, right? And I VoIPed him and I was like, hey man, and he said he was kind of new, like he was like, I just rented this ship, I don't really know what I'm doing. And I was like, well, you have a crime stat, so good luck. You know, I didn't send him to prison. And I told him about prison and I told him, you know, this kind of stuff. And then he ended up getting killed by somebody else and sent to prison. And then in the global chat, he was like, what do I do? Like, what do I do here? And then he said, LOL, easiest refund of my life. And then he logged out. And he's not coming back, you know?
No,
he doesn't know what to do in the game. And don't get me wrong, like sandboxy kind of games like this, like Tarkov doesn't tell you what to do. A lot of other games don't really tell you what to do. So there's an element to that, but there's also an element of like, okay, if you want your players to like come in, enjoy the game, buy accounts, not get refunds, and bring their friends, you have to balance this like cool content, playable, and then like giving your players the ability to play the game without being confused, right out
Yeah.
the gate.
You know,
So there's a lot of stuff to manage, development wise, but it's they're making the game. Nobody else can do it but them.
true.
Let me ask, if we were, let's say, 3 years earlier, and like the stuff going on around the stability of the game and the problems that we're having right now were happening, would you be as frustrated?
Can you say that again? I missed part of it.
If we were having these same problems, but 3 years earlier, I don't know what that would probably be, like 3.8, 3.9-ish time.
We probably were.
Would
Maybe
you?
not this exact
I
same
mean,
problem.
like, yeah. Well, I guess that's a better question. Do you feel like the game was less or more stable back then?
Oh, it's tough to say. I mean, there's always some things that were less or more stable.
Right.
But there was also so much less.
Ignore.
There was no inventory. There was no respawn. Like, you didn't go to prison. You didn't. There's so many things that couldn't break that it feels like it was more stable. Because it was like all you did was wake up, get in a spaceship, go to security post Korea, and shoot each other.
That's kind of
like when that's all there is to do. It's harder. It's you have less of a chance of things breaking. When there's a lot more to do, when the game becomes like Sea of Thieves, as it kind of has more recently. You just have this potential for more things to be janky, which is a good thing from a content perspective, but also kind of a scary thing from a perspective of you're looking at the devs and you're like, are you guys going to be able to handle all this stuff? Like, are you guys going to be able to handle the bug load that comes along with everything you're building?
Yeah, you're talking to. Go on.
Sorry, it's especially that because I think we've even come to a point now where they'll add things to the game, and that'll be in like a patch. But then, they're already working on the next patch with a bunch of new features and stuff in it. It's like, well, hold on. You haven't finished this patch. Like, this patch isn't working yet. Like, even alphas will be like, all right, we're going to put these new additions to the game. And they'll put all the things there, and then they'll put it out, and it'll break. Then we test it, and they'll fix it, and it'll break. And then they'll test it, and then they get it to a working point. Then they move on to new features and stuff. But, like, with the 3.18, like, there was so much time in between, like, getting that out there that they were like, you're like, oh, there was this extra time, so we got to, Barry over here went and made some racing tracks, and then we added this as well. We added this as well, mate. Hold on, it's like you're adding a lot of things in here.
Well,
like maybe just get those first ones in and just make sure they work really good. I mean, it seems weird asking almost for less, but like, I mean, it's like, come on.
Well, my point about asking about a few years ago was because we were in a situation, we were at a time in the development of this game when people were saying, you guys build a patch and then you just don't do anything. Like, there was a point where people were very frustrated with the pace of features coming in, and so CIG made this whole big deal about staggered development. We're working on the previous patch before this patch comes out, or working on the next patch before this one comes out, so that we can always have features that are kind of constantly going and we never really fall behind. And like, that's all people were asking for before, back then.
Yeah.
And that people were asking for features, right? And I think we were continuously heading down this path of like the game was slowly getting more and more enjoyable, slowly getting more and more to actually playable status. And we were reaching this crossroads where you were like, okay, this is now a game people are playing and not just a game being made. And you guys have to balance I guess what we've been talking about, the stability versus the features, the ability to continue working in this staggered development way despite having problems going on the other side of the business. And I think that if they weren't doing it this way, we would have problems with that as well.
I think I can't really answer this question really because you're talking to like a Star Citizen veteran here that has I've been here since like 2015, like 2016, 2017. Were you there for the content drought of 2017? Like 2.6.3, when there was this one patch, and I know it doesn't really excuse what's happening now, of course, because CIG would have to learn from mistakes and stuff like that. But I think when it comes just down to me and my level of patience, I've been here, so like when it comes down to if today was 3 years ago, how would you feel? I don't know. I think that there's a certain kind of I don't think I'm mentally well to have been able to to withstand to 6-3 and stay with Star Citizen till now. But I think they're on a regardless, I think they're on the right track going forwards with it now with 319.
I think something that's kind of difficult, well, not difficult, it's just something I've noticed. It feels like for the longest time, CIG was like, okay, we have some money, right? So let's build a game. And then they said, we have a lot of money all of a sudden. Let's build a bigger game, and then it just kept happening and happening and happening.
Right.
And I think they finally reached a point, maybe, I don't know, 3 years ago, where they were like, let's build this game. And it doesn't matter how much money we have. If we can add a few, like, this is the game we want to build. Because at one point, we didn't have, like, we were never going to have the Corsair. It was never going to be a thing early.
Right.
Like, it was just, there's so many ships and places and things and mechanics that were just never going to be a thing. And then at some point, CIG said, oh, I think we have the throttle to do this. I think we have, like, the horsepower to do this eventually. And it became this, like, feature creep and scope creep kind of thing that a lot of us have talked about.
Yeah.
And I think we've maybe kind of turned this corner, like you just said, where it was like, it kind of seems like they know what they want to build and they kind of know how they want to build it. And now it's just a matter of, like, them getting through all that, and building the game they want to build, which is cool. It's cool to see that. It's cool to kind of see more of a vision of, like, it feels like they're kind of determined on what they want to do, rather than 4 or 5 years ago when they were like, I don't know, we'll see what happens.
I think scope was set relatively early. I want to say, like, in 2015, during the Manchester Citizen Con, like, the vibe that CIG gave off was very different from 2016. 2015, the space to planetary transitions and stuff, Chris Roberts, in his own words, was, maybe he was trying to, like, drum a pipe, but him and his release dates. He said it's a pipe dream. And then one dev spent some time and managed to figure out what they called pupil to planet. And after that, Answer the Call 2016, nobody picked up because they were like, wait, shit, we can do this. And I feel that was when, like, they did a massive scope change internally, with Squadron 42, with Star Citizen. But they've since then, like 2017, they've shown, like, Excel sheets or whatever like that of, like, what their plan was, what they needed, the object container streaming, the server meshing, the PES and all that stuff. Even the PES was called something else. I don't think that, like, from a technological standpoint, the scope creep has really happened. But once server meshing is done, I don't think that they have anything else, like, that they've told us, the community, that they need to build before they can make the game. So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with that.
That is, server meshing comes around. Like, that's when they got to put up.
They have been pretty, like, the stuff I said before about, like, we haven't had it sort of stable yet. Like, I guess they have always had that in their back pocket of, like, well, it can never really be stable properly until we have server meshing, until we have pairs. Like, there's a lot of stuff that's been sort of on hold, capital ships, the multiple systems, whatever, because they've been like, well, we don't have this core tech, we don't have this core tech, we don't have this core tech. And so I think a lot of people have just kind of been assuming that, like, it's like, I guess this isn't working, but, it will once we have all these other things in. But that excuse is going to quickly start running out
very soon. Very soon. Man.
I think that's
we're here on to that. Supposed to be having it soon.
And you know what? I'm happy that we're still very, very early in this process, almost to the point where I shouldn't even be saying this. But I'm happy to see that since we got PES, every patch that they have even considered has been significant. And that's 2 patches, I know, but, like, 318 with PES, cargo refactor, salvage. 319 after that, physicalized components, something that we've been waiting for a long time. Patch after that, we can already see the whole sea is planned. So another cargo refactor, freight elevators, that kind of stuff. What comes after 3.20? Could it be 4.0? Maybe it's 3.21. Either way, though, I'm pretty sure it's going to be something with more substantial features. And prior to 3.16, it was kind of a crapshoot if you were going to have a patch that felt like a legit good change to the game, or just kind of, a few cool features. Some what was that one? The staggering, that kind of stuff. You know, staggering, a new weapon, a new helmet. Now it's like a
Yeah.
full game system.
True. Do we answer questions in chat, by the way? Because I just want to like address one small thing.
You can bring them up, yeah.
All right, with a really terrible analogy.
Okay.
So the question is, why stop growing and creating? You know, like this is addressing the word scope creep when it comes to development. Okay, here's my really bad analogy. Imagine that you are starving and you want dinner, and your mom or like yourself is cooking dinner. Like if you keep like adding more ingredients or whatever, or like waiting for more things to come to make dinner, dinner's gonna pass. You're gonna starve. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter if like breakfast the following day is gonna be legit. You know what I mean? Like you wanted dinner, so it doesn't matter. Like CIG can make this really amazing, really grandiose game in the future, the following day, but they still need to have something for what we expected. Like the dinner that we wanted, we ordered in the first place. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but Meyer, I
Mm.
like to pick the food and eat it as I cook.
All right, fine. Screw my analogy. I'm out of here.
No, the taste is worse, man. You can go back against that. It doesn't taste as good. It's all cold and unprepared.
Right, okay.
No, but I agree with you there. Like at some point you do need to lock in the dinner for to stick with the metaphor. Like I agree with the whole you got to grow sort of thing, but you got to grow on top of a foundation. And I think a lot of people have felt like Star Citizen hasn't found a foundation. It feels like it's really starting to come together now, but like that's a long ways down. So it's understandable that people feel impatient about it.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I mentioned earlier about like they have to balance like building new things and fixing current things.
Yeah.
Because they want us to have fun and play the game and spend money and not get refunds because nothing works, right? But they also have to build that next new thing that might break some of that stuff. And that's a difficult thing when a lot of your development horsepower is being spent on Squadron 42, which again, I love the idea of Squadron 42. Descent Free Space was like the reason I play Star Citizen. And if Squadron 42 is anything like a single player driven storyline, I'll put 300 hours into it,
Yeah.
So it's just one of those things that's like you have to do things and I think they learned this over the past couple of years where I think it was a couple of years ago, they were like, look, we've got this mess of code, we got this mess of stuff going on, and we have to figure out our base. Like we have to figure out, the bottom level before we can keep just throwing stuff on top, because we have all this like spaghetti code isn't the right word maybe, but you know what I'm saying, a lot of problematic code and old engine stuff. We have to like figure that out before we can start putting the game we want to build on top of it. And to be honest, they've stayed true to that. I think for the most part for the last couple of years, their development horsepower has, I think, a lot very much been focused on engine and focused on performance and focused on PES and backend stuff, and the base stuff that you can build a game on, which is good. It's good to see that, but it's also frustrating to live in that as a player. Where you're like, this thing is broken because they're building it. They're gonna like shields.
Oh
for
my
instance.
gosh,
shields had shield holes forever.
Yeah.
We all complained about it, and then they said, hey, there's this new thing coming called SDF shields, and we were like, okay. And then like 3 months later, or whatever, the SDF shields finally came, and it was like, okay, well, they're not going to fix the shield holes because they're going to replace them with SDFs.
There's a lot of that in this game for sure. Yeah.
That's very, very common. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, some of these things though, I mean, like the community, like I understand, I really do, when it comes down to why fix this issue, which would take, let's say $10,000 worth of man hours, whatever, instead of just like waiting for this next feature to come in. But there's certain things in there in the live environment that could be tweaked, and with no gameplay experience, no game design experience, like, at all, one could think, oh, it doesn't take that long to fix. Like, look at economy and like things like that within Star Citizen. Everybody knows that Quanta is coming in, and they're going to have Quanta compute like a living and breathing economy with supply and demand. But until then, it'd be very nice if there was, like certain trade goods had a price that made trade viable, and you want to do it. You know what I mean? Like, even if it is just like static.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, the whole excuse of like, we aren't going to fix that because we're going to replace it with something else, it breaks down in some areas, and one of those areas is trade, in my opinion.
100%.
Like, when all you have to do is turn a dial or like change one value to like make something enjoyable, right? Do it. You know, I don't care if you're going to replace that system with something else.
Yeah,
Do it
that
and make
was
the game more fun.
trading
you know?
has been a difficult part. I'm glad we see a bit of an update on that front when it comes to 319 though, with the resource redistribution and a little bit of it seems like different values.
Changes huge.
Yeah. So
I've
actually,
been watching Salty Mike and Croncy a little bit, like work through some of the mining changes, and it's just wild. All the things that are different.
yeah,
Totally
I want to
different.
definitely get a chance to sit down with some folks who've been digging into that and talk about it, because that's a lot of stuff going on. I think actually they're having to talk about that today. Let's dive in more into 319 though. Let's talk about 319. It's on PTU, and generally, like, it's a change from 318. It doesn't change the entire game, but it adds some fairly significant things, like the new player experience, I think, and the component stuff. But overall, the game is kind of like playing in a certain kind of way. And I'd like to know from your own perspective, besides the login problems and like the PES obvious issues we've been having, how does the game feel to you, gameplay wise, right now?
319 or 318?
Whatever you've played last. 319 PTU, I guess.
Like, it's hard because the PTU, like 318, when it was in PTU, we're like, okay, cool, this is gonna be the coolest patch ever, and then it was the worst patch ever.
Yeah, so like ignore stability wise, just looking at features and how they work.
Let's assume that on day one, 319 works. So there's a big ask, but let's assume that. It's very, very cool. I mean, the ability to do a bounty mission and call in a salvager. Let's say that you go kill some guy in like a Valkyrie, right? And you call in a salvager, sell your little salvage claim for like 5,000 credits or something, make a little bit of money, and then you can actually go through some of the ships, like if you kill a Gladius, right? And you can actually go through it and take parts off of it, and then sell those parts, from like NPCs, or like refit your ship with guns on the fly or something like that. That's just the coolest thing ever, And when salvage, like hull scraping, first came in, one of my first thoughts was like, man, I really hope we get component salvage soon, because it feels so cool to be able to just place a component on your ship, like in the cargo bay, and say, I have that now, and now I can sell it to a station or a player or a whatever. And that adds so much to the game. So just the components selling alone, I think it adds so much to the game. Imagine going out and finding like, a Vanguard that you can take the Crossfield or the Jaeger off of, and then being like, hey, I have a fast quantum drive. Who wants to pay me $90K for it, or whatever, right?
Yeah.
It's like finding a railgun, but you don't have to rely on bunker locations or loot boxes to get it. You could just literally attack an NPC, kill it, take his stuff, and then sell it to a player, which is just, or use it yourself or sell it to a station or whatever, which is very, very cool.
It was unexpected. When they showed us the ISC with the tractor beams and they started pulling out components, I had to like sit back for a second and be like, wait.
Is this concept? Come on, CIG. Is this concept, please?
Is this like the toilet? Is this like the toilet exploding?
This is a previs, because it's like they talked up salvage for freaking years, like 4 or 5 years we've been hearing about salvage, and then it finally comes and they focus on hull scraping, talking about it, release it, and we are already hearing about hull munching. So it's like, okay, maybe like a year, maybe a few quarters, we'll get hull munching, and then like they'll work towards components. They just drop components in the next patch.
Yeah. To give, I guess, the audience a refresher on CIG's scope for salvage, there are 4 steps to salvage that CIG kind of set out. The first was hull scraping, which we have and which kind of works in kind of like a power wash simulator in space kind of deal. The second was component retrieval, which they've shown us, and it already works in 319 for weapons, but not necessarily for items and stuff. 320 is going to give us the missions called consignment missions to go into a ship and get things that people want, subcomponents, components, that kind of thing. The third is, I believe, what they called siphoning, which is to use an item to basically drain hydrogen fuel, quantum fuel, any liquid fuels and stuff from a vehicle. And then the fourth is is munching. So what Space Tomato said is that like the 3 of the 4, I didn't mean to just flick off the camera, but I did. 3 of the 4 mechanics that they've outlined have already been shown to us in different ways, with hull munching and stuff like that. We just don't have siphoning. So it seems as if like salvage is coming a long way. That being said, I mean, like when it comes down to things coming, like being around the corner, what happened to naming my ships? What happened to the 300i like configurator, moving that to other ships and stuff like that? Sometimes things kind of seem to be just around the corner with Star Citizen, and then that corner is the biggest bend you've ever seen. So I don't know.
They build it to prove it works, and then they move on.
Yeah.
Exactly.
When agile development gets too agile.
Yeah.
It almost feels like ADD sometimes. It's just like
It really is.
We're
really
working on
is.
mining. Mining's in a sort of playable state, but the economy doesn't really work, and the only thing that's valuable is quantity. But here's salvage.
Well, they even said it
playable
in
for us.
shiny,
It's not playable for you guys. You don't need it working. As long as we've
They
got it
even-
in-house, then we've proven it to ourselves.
And they said that in Star Citizen Live this week. They were like, yeah, we were finished up with mining a year ago. And then like people said things and we realized, oh, wait, hold on, we're not. So we came back to mining, and it's like, I appreciate that they'll listen to the community and hear that and be like, okay, yeah. But also at the same time, it's like, you guys, you didn't see that already? Get that?
Yeah.
Oh, and there's a game that's like lived its entire life cycle, which is Elite Dangerous, that has mining systems that are, way more in depth than Star Citizen. It's not even close. I mean, I love Star Citizen, and I actually like mining in Star Citizen sometimes, but Elite Dangerous's mining system blows Star Citizens out of the
That's
water.
that deep core mining.
Core mining. There's different types of mining. That's the whole thing.
Okay.
Like there's like 3 different types of mining that are all profitable in different ways. There are mining missions. There are pirates that attack you. Like it feels like you're playing. It feels like you're mining. And so when you don't notice that game is light years ahead of you, even though it's 10 years old and you think you're done with mining, like there's only one thing that people bother mining, which is Quantanium. You guys think you're done? No.
Yeah, there was they definitely needed to do a resource balance there.
Yeah.
I'm glad they did that.
I'm glad they are.
Yeah.
Glad they are.
I don't like suggesting mechanics and stuff like for CIG to implement because I'm not a game dev or whatever like that. But like when it comes down to mining, I agree with the whole Quantanium thing. If they were to give us a mission that says, hey, we need 10 SCU of copper, now you have a reason to look for copper and get copper regardless of how much it sells for.
Yeah.
But they're not even doing that for 319.
I think that'd be good for new players too. It's like, hey, get us like 5 SCU of copper and we'll pay you like, 15K or something,
Yeah.
It's like they pay us 15K to go to a bunker for 5 minutes. So why not,
Dead Leader, you were, I think, going to say something about the gameplay?
Yeah, like just before we move on to mining, as a salvager, I have some thoughts on the component salvaging, especially for my org, because when salvaging sort of came out, I'm like, yeah, look, I enjoy this, so I'm gonna make an org sort of, once again, the skull scrapers, shout out. I was like, all right, well, this will be interesting, so we'll start it here. And when they started doing the component stuff, like we sort of realized together in our Discord, we're like, hold on, like we're gonna become one of the most powerful sort of industry kind of groups doing salvaging. Like if we're the ones going around constantly doing salvaging, constantly collecting all these components, like we're going to essentially become the Jawas of the Star Citizen universe. And there are only 2 problems I've got to say. As a Jawa, as a space Jawa, I've got to say there's 2 potential problems or solutions at the moment with the way they've got component salvaging, which I'm hoping will get fixed. Is that one, at the moment, it's like, yes, you can take components off things, but then they're kind of stuck as a physical component. So that means that unless you're going to sell them directly to like a shop, or you're going to put them on your ship, or you've got to essentially keep a ship that its exclusive role is to keep those physical items on it. And store it on there. And the only solution is either make them so you can put them in an inventory, or I'm imagining where it's heading is that the like the hangar version 2 or whatever, where we're going to be able to have persistent hangars where we store things and have cargo and that all around. I'm imagining they're thinking that we're going to physically like take these to our hangar, these components, and sort of like store them in a hangar bay kind of thing, where they're going to be just sort of physically around, and then you go and use that as like a physical inventory for large things like that. I'm imagining that's what's happening.
They talked about this yesterday.
Oh, did they?
On Star Citizen Live, yeah, they said there's going to be a elevator. You place the components in there, and it will go into your inventory for the space station.
Oh, there is. Okay, because I was watching bits of that, and I'm like, they're just boring me again.
Yeah, check the roadmap for what they call freight lift.
Oh,
that's what that is.
Oh, thank God. Okay, because that was my one big problem. Because I was like, all right, Jesus, I've got to think of like a ship that I'm gonna store. Well, in the meantime, that we
Oh,
what we are gonna have to
no.
do. Like, we're gonna physically keep these in a ship, and I kind of did figure out the perfect ship for it. It's the caterpillar.
That
Component salvaging with the caterpillar is 100% the most perfect one, because the
Honestly, yeah.
Hercules, you need that for not only is it a better just cargo, trader, the Hercules, but you also need it for vehicles, and you don't want that shit all bouncing around with each other. But with the caterpillar, you ain't getting vehicles on there.
Yeah, well, not until they get that elevator working. But the
Yeah.
that whole idea of cargo stations is actually really, like, what they've said with the concept of it is really big, because they want you to be storing stuff but be paying for storage fees, which means you're trying to decide strategically where you're keeping stuff, which star systems, what are you paying
Where's your home
regular
base
money
gonna
to?
be?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's going to be a lot
that.
with the logistics of storing things and moving them around, I think. Because like
Yeah.
cargo hauling is cargo hauling, right? But there's
Yeah.
so much of the logistics behind cargo hauling and the trading side of it. I think they're going to put a lot of detail into needing to figure that out.
So
It definitely makes the bounty merchantman and the whole like being able to sell, having trading ships, that makes
Mhm.
that far more exciting now. Because
yeah.
orgs like myself, like, we might become like the wholesaler to like orgs that are like focusing on selling and stuff. So
Yeah.
we go out and we get them at a bulk price kind of thing, and then we sell them to them, then they upsell them as they sell them from their bounty merchantman or whatever. Like that whole thing, it seems fucking sick.
Yeah. So
So
there's no scope. Sorry, go on.
no, please.
Just to go on top of what Dead Leader says, or to tell him, like, there's no current, like, how would you say, projection for org-based, like, hangars and stuff, but persistent hangars are on the way. And with that should be the ability now that, let's say you spawn on a server, you then go to the ATC, and then you go to your hangar, it'll then spawn in your hangar the way you left it. So that means, piles of scrap, boxes, and that kind of thing. So you can then have, without having the freight elevator, like, which will move it from the hangar to your local inventory, you will be able to have your mess or your bunch of ships or whatever in there for you to facilitate your
I can't wait for that.
your gameplay, and that should be pretty cool. But to answer your question, Space, about like 319 and how it plays, or how you feel about it, honestly, I think this one in particular does set a really cool baseline for things to come in the future for Star Citizen. Like a lot of really cool mechanics we're now seeing just kind of blossom. But I think that at the moment, at the very least for now, 319, the people who will be getting the most out of it will be people who are a bit more experienced within Star Citizen. They have a new player experience thing that I've tried. It's cool, but it is like maybe 10% of the new player experience. As Zero said, like if you get blown up by a player and you have no idea what prison is, that tutorial is not going to help you with anything. It doesn't even teach you how to set your spawn point. But like I think for experienced players, being able to set up logistics and stuff, if you get like a tier 2 salvage mission and like find an empty prospect, you can then harvest that prospect as saddlebags, and now you have enough resources to be able to now have mining, salvage, and cargo hauling loop with your guild just by having some separate saddlebags and that kind of thing. It's really exciting for like organized experienced players for sure.
Yeah, I think there's definitely a new tactility. Is that a word? Tactility to the game that we didn't have before.
Yeah.
Like the
depth
cargo
is-
refactor, the salvaging,
Yeah.
and the tractor beam stuff, I think has added a new feel to the game.
Mhm.
Depth is good. If you can develop one thing that adds depth to multiple game loops, that's the biggest win that you can have when you're I'm not a developer, right? But I feel like that's the biggest win you can have as a developer. Like the multi-tool is a great example of this. The multi-tool advanced almost every single game loop.
Oh,
and
yeah.
deepened almost every single game loop. Like the guy or the team that invented or built the multi-tool should be getting quarterly raises of at least 5%. They have made
Rollover raises.
so much better. Like, I mean, they should be the most proud developers on the planet because just from that win, it's completely changed the game, and it's completely changed almost every single game loop. We used to complain about Beam Citizen or whatever,
Mhm.
but the reality is, if Beam Citizen makes the game more enjoyable, then go for it. I mean,
100%.
for the most part. I mean, there's limits to that, but I think if it makes the game more enjoyable, if you can further every game loop and deepen every game loop and make every game loop easier to develop because
Mhm.
you've made a beam that does a lot of things, then go nuts. Like whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I guess to kind of play off of that question, since we're still in the midst of answering that, to kind of build on that, I'm interested in hearing from you guys how you play the game differently now than you did a year ago. Like, let's say back when 3.17.0 first came out, are you doing anything different, or are you still just same old, same old?
Mm,
I look for more opportunity, I think.
mhm. Yeah.
Rather than going out and like, I'm gonna go mining today, or I'm gonna go bounty hunting today, or I'm gonna whatever today. I go out and I just kind of go, let's see what the mission, tab brings us. Let's see who I run into at Brio's Brickyard. Let's see what, and then so I kind of come prepared with a tractor beam. I come prepared with weapons. I come prepared with medical. I see a medical beacon pop. Well, that's what we're doing for the next 10 minutes. So
Yeah.
I think I like that. I like that feeling of being. If it makes me feel like more of a freelancer. I'm out there just raw dog in life.
Yeah, I agree.
That's one way to
I
put
was
it.
I was very much just like, reputation grinding bunkers mostly,
Mhm.
and like it felt like kind of that was what I was working every time I was getting on. That's how I was making money to gather ships and whatever. But now it definitely feels more like I can jump on, and like as you said, it's like, all right, what's gonna happen now? And like, I might go and do that bunker, but then something will pop up along the way because of like, I'll see some crash site or whatever, or a bunch of different missions will kind of kick in. Like there is a lot more sort of dynamic gameplay elements all sort of interwoven in between that mission structure, it feels like, or at least opportunity to kind of tool around and have fun. And so I don't think I go on thinking that I'm going to do something very specific anymore, but not
Yeah.
that specific thing is gone.
Yeah, I think as a content creator, like Star Citizen, like even 6 months ago, okay, let's say a year, 2 years ago, because you're constantly having to do something, it was very emergent gameplay dependent. It was very sandbox dependent. Like mechanically, we just simply aren't anywhere near where we are right now. So you kind of have to make your own gameplay a lot of the time, even if you were kind of focusing on, say, PvP or mining or something. It was still very much make your own gameplay.
Mhm.
There is more framework now. And so you can still do that now, but at the same time, now Star Citizen is playing more like a game that you don't have to have this, like, I don't know how it is for you guys as content creators, but there's no pressure on your head going, how do I make this fun for people for the 1,000th time this year? Like there's direction there. You can now just do a mission loop or something like that. And, like the emerging gameplay and the multiplayer and the new 100-player cap stuff will come to you. And then, you can just play the game and enjoy it that way instead.
Yeah.
Right?
So
yeah.
it sounds like what you guys are saying is there are more objectives to find, to go after. Like
Right.
it's not like you have to pick some central gameplay to make the game fun. Now you have choices to go and do things that normally you wouldn't maybe have scheduled, which is nice.
Yeah.
I mean, it's much better that way.
Yeah.
Well, and I think a big part of it, like I used to tell people, if a year ago, if you asked me what Star Citizen is, people would say like, what is Star Citizen? They'd come in the chat, whatever, ask what Star Citizen's like. And I would say like, it's kind of like DayZ, Tarkov in space, right? Like that's kind of how I describe it. Like you go out there, you do things, you have a task in mind, you go do it. Now when people ask, I almost always say Sea of Thieves. Because it feels like you get in your ship, you go out, and who knows? Maybe you'll find, a bunch of chests. Maybe you'll find a big boss ship to fight. Maybe you'll come across other players in a galleon, or whatever that you have to try to deal with or run away from or whatever. And it just feels a lot more like Sea of Thieves these days than it did even a year ago. A year ago, it felt like I said, like Space Tarkov or Space DayZ, where you were a player flying a ship and you would choose a little gameplay loop to go do.
Yeah.
A lot of times you were by yourself.
Especially in the P2. You're right.
Yeah, so it really feels like it's brought it together into more of a sandboxy feel a little bit, especially with things like the multi-tool salvage, pulling components, different gameplay loops really coming to their own. It just feels like you can freelance it so much more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. There are a lot of space games that have come out, that are coming out. I think space games are having a little bit of a renaissance right now. I love it. And obviously there are some that people compare to Star Citizen, but I don't think there's really any direct comparison, any direct competitor. I would like to know, though, if you guys feel like, I don't know how many other games you play, but do you feel like there are any other games that can kind of scratch that itch that Star Citizen does, that kind of hits the same feeling when you're playing?
In
It
different
depends on what
ways, games like Valheim might, but I mean,
Yeah.
it's a totally different game, but it gives you the ability to literally like craft your world,
Mhm.
and that's cool. I mean, Minecraft would probably be another one. I think Minecraft has had a kind of a bit of a renaissance in the last like 6 weeks. I've noticed a lot of people playing it.
That's cool.
Satisfactory is a decent one that scratches some of those itches, or
Yeah.
those kind of games. I think
Star Citizen,
Everspace 2,
because
somebody
it's
people would say. I don't know. Go
yeah,
ahead.
because SC is multi-genre. I mean, like, it's not really about scratching an itch when Star Citizen is a rash. You know what I mean? Like,
Gross.
I
but
do
like,
reckon
yeah.
that there is sort of something in like, as much as we talk about like, oh, development this and oh, this isn't working and all that and all the drama and everything, there is something unique about Star Citizen's drama slash it being something actively developed that like is very unique to the experience. Like, we got like 2 official pieces of content a week, with Inside Star Citizen and Star Citizen Live, and like getting to be a part of that discussion and having something to check up on and be like, oh, they mentioned this, ooh, this is coming, and then talking to the kind of community about it. That whole sphere is its own type of enjoyment, even if during that sphere is a lot of like toxicity or us being like begrudgingly about how things aren't working.
Yeah.
Following along with that, to me, is probably one of the most entertaining parts about this game. Like, knowing that it's like actively still happening. The way that they do that is a unique part of the gameplay for me, and I don't have any other game that kind of does that in the same way they do.
It's it makes me excited for the future, partially because like there's so much of a culture building around this game already based on what you just said. Just the idea of like sharing news and getting excited for advancements and features together. Like, there is a very strong link in the community because of that. And I also wonder, once we get to that point where the game's not necessarily finished, whatever that might mean, but like, let's say Live, they've gotten everything kind of stapled down that they want, and they're just adding new systems and new factions and stuff like that. Will that same, like, will the community sort of culture and zeitgeist have to change, or will it still be as passionate, because then
It'll definitely
things are different.
mature. Yeah.
They're always going to be adding things, and it'll always be stuff, it is a live, even without it being a stable live service game. Like, once everything is working, it's still going to be like, community run esports stuff, internal drama with content creators, or like specific like functions of the game, or people getting angry on Spectrum. That shit's always
PvP or
gonna be there,
griefing.
Always. Well,
It
I
is a
think
bit of tea. There's a bit of tea and all that, and I think it's a bit of a guilty pleasure, to be honest.
Yeah, they like the drama.
If your game stops having drama moments,
It's
I
dead.
think
It's really
I don't know if dead, maybe close to dead. It's dying, and you've seen it in a few other games, I'm sure, but it just feels like
it just means people don't
the
care.
activity,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
activity
Totally.
brings personalities, and the personalities bring drama. Players, streamers, content creators, doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
You just always when your global chat is everybody's getting along, server's not as exciting,
Somebody's
That's
got to come in
fair.
here and throw an insult down.
I mean, hey, like, I was one of the first conga liners, you know what I mean? Like, for the Halloween stuff. Kumbaya moments are cool, but at the same time, PvP has its moments as well. I feel like as the game evolves and as it grows, and we get more mainstream and we get more mainstream players into it, there is definitely going to be a change, culturally. And I feel like, like with the law systems in place as they develop, as they mature, hopefully we'll get to a point where you won't have to worry too much about necessarily being ganked in a station that no longer has armistice because CIG want to do away with it. You know what I mean? But I think time will tell. Like, it really depends on like if this game goes free to play, because if you do that, then that barrier to entry for like kids and that kind of will definitely kind of like sully a lot of that, I guess, what would you want to call player community vibe, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I hope it doesn't do something like
Yeah.
that. But
What is the average age, of we had this figure before in 2017.
It's
The
in the
average
30s.
age of it was 42 or something. Literally, it was 42 in 2016, 2017. But I'm
Yeah.
sure it's getting younger and younger. And as it
That's
gets
'cause we all
younger,
backed this game when we were 10, and now we're all 30.
yeah,
My
But,
I'm gonna laugh when somebody grows up and they're like, yeah, my dad bought me an account when I was born, just as a joke, and it turns out I'm playing on it now.
As an investment.
Yeah, like a stock and bond or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. But that's
And
actually a
he
good
put
point.
chips into it from time to time, and now I have a whole portfolio. You're 18.
Can't afford
The-
a home, but my hanger's sick.
Got to live in the ship. But the community has changed a lot recently. I think
Mhm.
a ton. I actually was doing some research on the population, and by the end of this year, if we continue at the rate that we're going, by the end of this year, there will be more people who have joined after COVID-19 happened than before. So
Jesus. Okay.
that's like the last 3 years about versus the first 7. And the community is exploding. Do you
Yeah.
feel like you guys have noticed a change in the way that people talk or look at the game over the last year or a couple of
They
years?
expect more.
Oh yeah,
They expect
definitely
more.
they expect more.
Not
that's
used
not
to
a bad
the
thing,
crumbs.
because as the game progresses, you need to expect more. As time goes on,
I'm
and as
the
tradition
youngest.
expands, right? But
I'm the youngest player among here on
Yeah.
this. I only really got into it in the past year and a half kind of thing, after following for ages, but then finally getting into it.
Mhm.
And people coming in from where I am, I feel so grateful not to have been previously burnt so much.
Scorched.
I know.
Right.
So I can live in sort of ignorant bliss in a way. I kind of feel, but I think that's probably also why I've been sort of welcomed a lot. I think
Mhm.
because being so new to it, probably my perspective is quite different to a lot of old hat content creators, that I probably maybe appeal to the new player a little bit more, just because there's a little less salty or grumpiness in me. Maybe I don't know. My stuff's getting me a little bit salty
Well,
recently.
I
but-
I
think
mean, Salty Mike didn't used to be called Salty Mike, just put it there. You're right.
Yeah, he was
where he was Twerk 17 before.
because his name's
Just very
always
Michael.
describe him, right? He used to be
Right.
Twerk.
Yeah.
That's a dead. I think there's actually there was an interesting shift over the last year or so where content going out on YouTube changed. I think the attention grabbing content started to change more from the news speculation focused stuff to the gameplay, which is good for the game. I mean, that says really good things for the game.
Because there's a game.
Yeah. And I think that's
How
part
many
of
videos
that.
can you make about going to security post Korea and shooting each other?
Right.
Mm.
So I think you landed on that, Dead Leader, at a good time when the gameplay really started to pick up and give people a better perspective.
I honestly, every day, I feel very blessed for the fact that the community has sort of welcomed me as a new sort of content creator as much as they have. Honestly, because so easily, a lot of people are out there sort of trying to make content for Star Citizen, and barely anyone has sort of a lot of that views and that I've managed to kind of get. And this isn't a brag. This is just me once again saying that I'm extremely humbled that such a tough community has been so kind to me. It's actually been incredible, to be honest.
Well, congratulations on it. Takes hard work.
Yeah. For sure.
But yeah, so in general, you guys just feel like the standards expectations have gone up. Do you feel like there's any difference in discourse or how people interact with ISC or Star Citizen Live or the community team?
I want to say that some larger content creators have definitely helped to massage people's expectations of Star Citizen, 318 notwithstanding. But Linus Tech Tips and people, they had that big video last year, that basically outlined what Star Citizen was, where it's going, and why it's so different. And I think that because it had such big reach, the people who have seen it and have seen that video, whatever, kind of like understand. You know what I mean? A bit more so than somebody who just goes, oh, like this game is a scam or that kind of thing. I definitely feel like the popularity of the game, thankfully, has kind of not just reached people who are looking for the next big drama thing to meme about. Like most big content creators out there who talk about why things fail, or like who talk about scam games, have taken a wide berth from Star Citizen. They haven't touched it because like I don't know why exactly, but
There haven't been any big negative
haven't,
headlines.
like even though there's been a massive uptick in players and people picking it up, there hasn't necessarily been, at least from what I've seen so far, like, watching YouTube comments and that kind of thing, there hasn't necessarily been that as much negativity as like, even in a DS era, like when there were so many less people.
Those people, the channels that do that, and I mean, honestly, I've talked to a couple of them before just because I do like their other content, but you'll notice that they generally only do that when there's a big negative headline to kind of tentpole the video around. You find something that's stuck out, and then you can talk about the rest of the project. And Star Citizen, I think 318 was the last chance for them to have that, but I don't know, I might be biased, but I think that they kind of had a little bit of a shield with PES being substantial. It's not like they dropped in a new ship and it killed the game. Like they actually did something significant, so it might have been harder to want to make a video focusing on that.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people still, you see it all the time. They think that like, all right, I'm going to start making content about this game. And they pick up on the vibe of like criticizing it. And then they go, all right, cool. That's what people want. And then they just start head out the gate. And you can tell they're like a new player, but they're just head out the gate with just like trashing stuff. And like, I cringe so hard when I see that. Like, the people, and I'm not against people being critical of the game. It's just that if someone's going to be critical of the game, I want to hear that they know what the fuck they're talking about.
I was just going to say, if you're going to be critical, be right.
Yeah, 100%. And like when people aren't, and they're just like trying to juice on people's disappointment and kind of fan that because they think that that's what content is with Star Citizen, it just makes me go like, dude, it's not going to happen for you.
Yeah.
I wanted to finish up today with you guys. We kind of were talking about 318 and 319 and the state of the game there. We've got a decent patch with 319 coming up. But in your opinion, do you think it, and I know this is going to get a lot of fun comments, do you think it deserves the number 319? Should it be 318.3? What do you, what's your take on this controversial subject?
If they make enough changes to mining, and if the component salvage is enough, like if it's really game changing for that gameplay loop, those two gameplay loops really, then I'm cool with it. I mean, it doesn't matter to me all that much, The reality is it's either going to be 318.3 and then there's going to be a 319, which is 320 renamed to 319, or it's going to be 319 and then 320. I mean, the numbers don't matter all that much to me.
But
yeah.
The nomenclature is straight marketing. So, I mean, end of the day, it's going to have to be a number that people go, oh, there's progress, right?
Yeah, true.
But end of the day, I mean, like CIG said last year that the numbers going up would basically just coincide with the quarterly releases back when they were like, okay, regardless of where we are, whatever is done will be pushed out that quarter. So by that token, yeah, I mean, it should probably be 321, honestly, because of the quarters we skipped because of 318's big like delivery.
Yeah, man, 318. Jeez,
I mean, there was lots in 3.18 that was great. There's lots in 3.19 that's great. But the only real dipstick like measurement that I'm putting Star Citizen 2 at the moment is stability, server stability. That's all I care about. Like all this stuff is great, but if they just add stuff and the 30Ks, keep happening at the same or more, then I'm just like, okay, like But if that's the only thing I really am looking forward to, because it's if they keep just adding new stuff that sounds fun, but you keep getting interrupted.
Well, yeah, you have to be
while
able to
you're
play the
doing
game
it.
to, play it, right? So
100%. And so
Yeah.
I'm like, look, I'm fine with them doing it this way and building off 3A team as long as stability improves. If they keep adding things directly off that code base and like that stability just isn't something that improves, it just makes it all the harder to make content for.
But how do you draw the line in the sand of where that stability can be for folks to be satisfied? Because it's different for every person, and every person says,
Yeah.
well, we need it to be stable. And like, what if it's the difference between like 2 weeks of work on the cargo refactor for 3.20 and getting the hull C and getting freight elevators, or 2 weeks of bug fixing on like the multi-tool to make something that's a terrible analogy because those people aren't working on the same stuff and everything.
Right.
But like, I just constantly think about how it's contextual. It depends on the situation, right?
In terms
Well,
of
I think the
stability,
agile
no
development,
30Ks would be nice, you know?
Well,
Just
yeah,
no
Yeah.
30Ks would be
a
great. That's
start.
At one point,
a good
that
one.
needs to be like that needs to be a thing at some point, like it is
Yeah.
unacceptable the amount of 30Ks we do go. But I guess the way you said, like, you said it's up to everyone where that kind of line is. But look, when it comes down to it, when you're playing it, if you spent this amount of money on a contract, like, okay, especially now, like salvaging contracts, all seems great, right? But there are missions in here that cost $150,000 buy-in. If I get a
What?
30K, that's
Oh, yeah.
$150,000 gone,
What?
right?
That's an
So
insane
that's why
buy-in.
Yeah.
they can add more and more as much as they want. But look, if it's not stable, then that's just gonna be a shit risk.
Right.
Yeah.
And again, it's like, what's the line? Because you could say, oh, well, the salvage missions are broken. And then for us, from our perspective, we're basically, okay, we're not going to play that. We'll do something else. From Star Citizen, from CIG's perspective, they basically have to give up testing on that area. And like, do they say to themselves, we don't care, we don't need that tested, leave it broken? Or do they say, hey, people are going to want to try this, let's fix it?
It's interesting.
I
Dad
mean-
was talking about the unacceptable 30Ks, and I'm like, in my brain just immediately went, "This is a man who never played 3.10.2."
And it's true.
Because
But
I'm serious when this is not conjecture. This is not me like over exaggerating. This is not an exaggeration. I think it was 3.10.2. Somebody's going to correct me, but it was one of those patches. You could play for 20 to 30 minutes and it would have a 30K. You've never, for a whole patch, for like a month, you've never played for more than 30 minutes of that 30K.
Yeah.
And there was very little to do by comparison. And so when I talked earlier, somebody, I think Tomato, you asked, what do you see different about the community now than before? We do expect more,
Yeah.
Because if you had to go back and play 3.10 dead, you wouldn't play. You would just be like, I'm out. I can't. I don't want to do it. I expect a little bit better than that, which is not a bad thing.
I didn't have the investment of the previously being locked in for all those years to have me kind of drive to keep going.
Yeah.
Also, just to add to that as well, like, we've kind of, people have said multiple times this time, like, look, I'm not a game developer and that, but I actually do work in game development. I don't like program myself in particular, but I work in I do Q&A and bug fixing and marketing and all that sort of stuff. So I do have, opinions when it comes to that. In fact, I got my boss from a previous game who is a programmer and has worked with CryEngine before. And he was like a Elite Dangerous fan. I'm like, no, come over here. I really want you to play this because then I can use your brain and knowledge on stuff in particular. And I have got him into it, thankfully. But he's already doing exactly what I wanted to. He's like looking through the console to see like what's happening live on the servers when things are messing up. And he's explained to me about a lot of odd things. And you want to know something funny? You know how the elevators in
Don't talk to me about elevators. God.
in places the elevators have been pretty stable. You've got to say, compared to what they were, they've been pretty
I don't know, man.
stable
I've been
for
keeping
the
my
They used
past,
to have
distance,
black
so-
belt
while.
in judo. Now they're a bit more tame.
They're a little bit more tame. Okay, the whole drama of being like, oh, we don't just want to have teleporters. We can't just teleport them. It's all the object container boxing. My developer boss, he's looking through the console command. He's like, this is interesting. I'm seeing all these people being teleported around, but they're not being teleported from one entry to an elevator to the exit of the teleporter. They're being teleported in every little lots of little teleportations. I'm like,
Okay.
did they break their own golden rule of no teleporting? But they just kind of fluffed it so it didn't look like they broke it, because he's like, I can see in this console, I'm seeing like information of players on the other side of the system being teleported like multiple times like through there. I'm like, and he bets that's what's fucking happened.
Hey, I mean,
fuck, it's
I
not
will say
working.
this. I don't often agree with Dobranikin in the chat, but he said teleporting is the server placing them due to desync. I think he's right about that. When you see a bunch of spams of teleports, it's the server the server and the client communicating and trying to be like, okay, he's here, he's here, he's here. Like if you ever see an FPS, the desync is horrible, and so somebody's standing in place by their ship, and then all of a sudden they're over here. That's going to be a listing of a teleport in the console.
Right.
Yeah,
So there might be more than that. You might be right too, but it is also that.
I mean, that is pretty much kind of the same. It seems like maybe the reason why it is so much more reliable is because they just like leaned into that
well,
a little more of going like, all right, we've got to constantly like pull up these like where are they? Where are they in this? All right, every single tick, we've got to communicate exactly where they are. And apparently, you can see where, like, say you're in like Hurston, you can see in Microtech, your data's going through your console of like where someone is on Microtech in their elevators at the moment. It's communicating that throughout the entire server. So I don't know if there's a limit on exactly how much they push that, but I find that sort of fascinating.
well,
To play devil's advocate a tiny bit about the whole no teleport thing, I think it's just a matter of like players' perception, and if something feels like you're teleporting, then your immersion is broken.
guys, let's
But like when you die, you teleport. For instance,
let's be honest though. Like, is moving around nothing more than just teleporting at the atomic level?
Don't start with me, Tomato. It's too early for this crap. All right.
We're all teleporting multiple times a day. Guys, that about wraps us up for today. I appreciate you all joining me for this talk. This was a great little look into what's going on with Star Citizen right now. 319 is in the PTU. Oh boy, I hope it comes out and it's stable. We could really use a stable patch to push us through the summer. Actually, you know what? Let's touch on that real quick. Just before we go. We've got like some good features that look like they're coming this year or could come this year. New missions, hull munching, hull C, vehicle tractor beams, new locations, all that jazz. 319 is a weird patch because it's coming out 1 month after 318 in May instead of at their normal time of July, August-ish. So,
right.
What do you guys think is going to happen the rest of the year? How do you think they're going to roll out patches? Where do you think they're going to put it?
I think they're gonna heal and just continue going their quarterly release thing. So expect the next patch after this to be like, Q3 end of.
So you think they'll skip that July, August and go to October?
Possibly.
Any other theories?
Well, I mean, I think that they had a bit of an artificial deadline with Invictus. And so they were very much forced to kind of just keep it essentially all a PTU this entire time. But I kind of agree in that I think the rest of the year, other than getting the new system, and if they're still looking at server meshing, just up in the air kind of at this point, for the rest of the year, I reckon it's just going to be stability and focusing on what is going to be that next sort of big patch in there. And I mean, hopefully that's what it is as well. I wouldn't want them to, especially now, like just don't rush anything at this point. As long as it's a game experience, like the start of this year has been so rough. Just give us some love for a little bit more of the year.
I don't know what that is yet.
Making sure things, a little bit of play, a little bit of like stability here, but a little bit like, all right, we fix this. Keep working on fixes just to make things work, play better, so we can just have some good time with it.
I'll tell you what,
we deserve a break.
Yeah, they can only tease Pyro so much. So whatever it is, whatever patch that comes out, whatever number it is, CitizenCon has to deliver something this year.
Oh yeah.
Otherwise, it's gonna be. Yeah.
They've edged us with Salvage and the Banu Merchantman for like 9 years. So
They've got nothing left.
One can only be edged so much, Zero.
Yeah. So I think on what's going to happen this year, I think I kind of agree. 318, 319 stability, PES stability, figuring that out. Because you put PES out and then all of a sudden it's like, why are there 500, bottles hanging around ever? Like, yeah, they got to figure out what gets cleaned up and what doesn't, where, and all that stuff. So that's all going to be development time. And I think that stability leading up to my honest guess is that they don't put out a big patch right before CitizenCon. I hope that they want the game to look as good as possible for CitizenCon, because it's going to be a big, like, there's going to be articles written about CitizenCon, right? Like, that's going to be a big thing. And then probably some big announcement for an end of year patch at CitizenCon. Just a guess. I don't know. Like, here's what we've been working on. And at the our end of the year patch, we're planning on doing this, and they get to show it off at CitizenCon or whatever. So there's probably going to be a lot of internal stuff that they might show off at CitizenCon and then hope to get it out before the end of the year. That's just my guess. But
Okay.
I know I tuned my copium tank up to about 12 psi.
Yeah,
for
I
that
mean,
one.
gosh, I'm listening to you over here slowly, like injecting syringes of copium into my butt, getting ready to answer because like I just
too rational.
like I think I'm kind of on board with you. I think instead of doing the end of year patch being big, I'm hoping at least that they'll finish CitizenCon, show us that demo, obviously make sure to soak in all of the, oh yeah, we're not going to get this for years, breathe it in. Yeah, and then just be like, yeah, it's coming out next week. Because they never get to do that.
They did that one time with an ISC where they were like at the end. No, it was Star Citizen Live. Because I don't remember which patch it was, like 3.14 or something like that. They were like, and just so you guys know, 3.14 is playable right now. Like, we're pushing it to the servers right now. And it was the coolest thing ever that they were able to do it. And I think whatever patch it was played pretty well too.
I'd like them to be able to do that. And then just hit us with like a nice polishing patch at the end of the year to make sure that holiday break is like smooth. Oh,
Okay,
gosh.
my super hyper turbo copium prediction for CitizenCon this year.
Turbo.
Yeah, it's like, you know how you have those med pens, like the red ones? Well, this one is like size 5, all right? And it's a suppository, but like, here it goes. So, it's an LA CitizenCon, right? You know who lives in LA?
Oh, gosh.
All the Squadron 42 actors. Squadron 42 release day or release? Watch this space. I expect my check in the mail if I'm right.
That's a lot of
you would have to get a size
copium.
9,
It's a lot of copium. What did I say?
in
Size
there.
5 up your butt.
I'm gonna need some extra lube for that one.
That is, that's a, good luck, man.
Yeah.
I hope for the best.
what's
Honestly,
smart?
it'd be
You
great
guys-
if you were right.
Some of you guys will know this, but in Star Marine, if you re-equip stuff on your character, for some reason it gets huge. And you can actually make med pens that are like 5 feet tall. Which, that's the
There you
first thing
go.
I thought of when you said that, was these giant med pens in Star Marine.
That,
Well, there you go.
honestly, I think that is that's a good note to sign off on. I think we'll wrap things up. Before actually we go, though, I'm going to give you one more time to tell everybody where they can find you so that, at the beginning we did it just because of your lovely faces and Dead Leader's amazing picture, but now they've gotten to hear your amazing personalities. So tell everybody where they can go find those and get out of here. Don't actually get out of here, though, guys. I'm going to keep streaming after this. Yeah.
Who's going first?
Zero State, you go ahead.
Oh, I should have just gone, I guess. All right, so I'm Zero State. Call me Zero. I stream on Twitch often and have some YouTube videos. Don't put on a ton of stuff, but the YouTube's there. And I post dumb stuff on Twitter. It's all the same name. You find me wherever. Say hi in game if you see me there. There you go.
Dumb stuff on Twitter, man. Tradition. Dead Leader, how about yourself?
Yeah, I'm Dead Leader. You can just find me on YouTube. I was gonna stream and stuff, but it's way too stressful. And you can usually get a video out of me like maybe once or twice a week, and I try to make them fun. So, yo.
Thank you for joining me, Dead. And Meyer.
I'm always down.
Hi, my name is Meyer. I'm a voice actor and Star Citizen streamer. I have a YouTube channel at youtube.com/Meyer and also a Twitch channel with the same name. And yeah, that's about me. I'll see you there or not.
All right. Short and sweet. I like it. And Meyer, you recently got had a pretty big moment in your voice acting career, right?
I was just going to say that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got signed with an agent, so
Yeah.
I've got a few auditions actually this week. It's been pretty interesting. Who knows? Maybe Myre Star Citizen someday.
No, congratulations, dude. That'd be a cool,
Thank you.
cool
Thank you, I
mission giver.
appreciate it.
Yo,
Dude, I'm going to meet the Meyer NPC in Star Citizen someday, and I'm going to take a giant med pen and just
copium.
just because of this conversation.
If you haven't already, I'm gonna put you on blast. Go check out this dude's reel on Twitter, wherever you can find it, because amazing voices, dude. Like,
Oh, dude.
honestly, it's really freaking cool hearing the different voices and just being like, oh, it's the same person. Okay, awesome. But anyways.
Awesome.
Thank you, all three of you, for joining me today. This was a great talk, and I hope all of you who are listening got to learn something new today, got to get a new perspective maybe, or get your own reinvigorated, that echo chamber stays strong. This, of course, is ad-free on audio platforms, but if you want, you can watch it on YouTube, and supporters get to see us live here. Now, we are all done for this week, and I will see you in next month's episode. But for anybody who is here live, I will be continuing this stream. We're going to jump into 319 PTU and go check out some Jumptown. So I'm going to head out with these guys, take about a 5-minute breather, and then we'll get right back to the stream. But thanks again, everybody, for joining. This was a fantastic little show. I had a lot of fun. Guys, I hope you have a good weekend. All right, folks. We're good. We're back. I think we're good. Jeez, I don't know if we're good. Let's see. Come on. Yeah, camera's in the right place. Looks like we're good. What's up, everybody? Welcome. I had a it's weird. What is that color? I had boo. Sorry. I hate this little FOIP thing that pops up. This always messes me up. I had resolution problems with the game again, so I had to restart it real quick. That's why we're not launched in. But welcome, everybody. It's me. You may remember me from the podcast that just happened on this channel like a couple of minutes ago. Yeah, that was me. Hi. So we're all done with that part. I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was a little live show. I do that podcast every month, once a month. I bring in some Star Citizen folks and we talk about kind of the bigger topics. Whoopsie. Let's change from borderless real quick so it doesn't do that anymore. I do that every month just to kind of get some more diverse opinions from some of the other people covering the game, making content that interests me about the game, that kind of stuff. And gosh, can I not? I have to pick my home. Okay. What is this? Let me... So if you enjoyed that, audio platforms, my second YouTube channel, Space Tomato 2, you can find them all over there and watch them. I've had several guests on there. Astro Historian, Morphologist, Level Cap Gaming, Salty Mike, Ollie 43, just a lot of different people have been able to come on. There's also the community podcast. So if you wanted to get a chance to get on the other podcast that I do monthly. Am I freaking trapped in this? Come on. You're that zero that zero guy? Mr. State? Oh, dude, Zero State. You like Deus Ex? Guys, I think they're gonna force me to take this tutorial. Is this a glitch? Yeah, I think this is... Alright, fine. I'll play the freaking tutorial. No, I still can't get in? Did I just lose the ability to get into the game? What? Okay, let's restart the program then. Ay. I'm like, I'm just trying to play. Don't even stop me from just playing the game. You had to restart your game for that to be fixed? All right, let's see if that works. Yo, everybody's still here. Zero State, Dead Leader. What's up, guys? Cantor. Hey, man. Been a cool minute. How are you? Yeah. PTU has an issue and they are bringing down the matchmaking for it. Oh, no. When is that happening? What do I think about Myre as a new brand? I didn't really get caught up on that yet. Other than, doesn't it look like Misk? Doesn't their logo look like Misk? Oh, Jumptown's in the PU, not the PTU? Interesting. Well, that makes things easy, I guess. On to the PU we go. And you actually just reminded me I need to change up my thumbnail here. Because we are no longer podcasting. We are now cool Jumptown boys. I think it's Misk's racing division. They have been doubling down on racing a lot. That definitely would feel like an escalation. Like a whole division for racing? Are there going to be enough racing ships for one company to have its own division for that? Yeah, we thought it was supposed to be a variant of the Fury, but it's looking like they're advertising it as its own brand at the Invictus Week. So, a little different than we were expecting. Same font, same symbol, but another branch, right? Okay. See if I can jump in on the group. Their server's full. Okay, I'll just have to keep trying to join. And hopefully we'll get in at some point. Once we do get in the server, I'll jump onto their comms and then I'll mostly be talking with them. So let's do all of our questions and answers right now. What do you guys think of the show? How did you feel about the topic? Did you have any questions during that didn't get answered? I can answer them now. We generally don't do the live questions. Actually, on a normal day, we would be doing a live Q&A afterward. But I do have an org event to get to. I hate full servers. What non-new tech do we need for Pyro? Your call is more refueling ships. Non-new tech. I think the Liberator is something that we really need for Pyro. Not being new necessarily, but having a new functionality, which is carrying ships in bulk and a small size. Or not in bulk, but I guess in more than one. I think that'll be pretty important for Pyro. You don't have the space stations where you can spawn a bunch of stuff, so you're going to have to keep carrying things in there. Like my org? What's like my org? I do like my org, if that's what you mean. Come on, let me in. You love the show. You just started streaming Star Citizen. Hope to grow your channel on YouTube this summer. You have tips and suggestions. Are you streaming on YouTube or Twitch? Or Kick? Oh, you were talking to Dead Leader. Gotcha. Because it kind of depends on where you're streaming. I would say, though, as far as tips go, make sure you're doing something you truly enjoy. Like, don't stream combat just because combat does well. It gets old. And don't do news videos just because those might get views. I would say try to focus on whatever you want to see in content and double down on making sure that that is growing. That is always moving more towards what you want. Like, the only thing I ever judge my own content by is like when I enjoy it. Is it something that I wanted to watch on YouTube? And more often than not, the answer is no. But like it's moving in that direction, right? Like we all have our inspirations that we look at, and we hope that we can someday reach the level of. And until we get to that point, I say aspire to keep building the thing that you enjoy. The next step would then be marketing it. No matter what, there's going to be other people out there who like the content that you like. It's just a matter of trying to find them. That's the hardest part. Come on, server. I'm like helping people and stuff. Be good to me. Let me in. You're going to be moving to YouTube soon? Yeah, see, if the strategy of growing on Twitch versus YouTube, I think, is a bit different too. You want to be a salvager and explorer and find a story about a derelict ship you find. A lot of stories to be made with that. You should post more, but if you're not entertained by an idea for content, you won't post for ages until you really do. Yeah, I get that. Like I was going to post a video last week, got halfway done with the video, script written, 6 hours down the drain into the video. Okay, not 6, probably like 4 hours into the video. And I was like, I'm not feeling this right now. Unfortunately, the video that I decided to do instead did not do well, but regardless, like take a turn, change it up, if you're not feeling it, because the first person that needs to be convinced of the good content is yourself. I have not tried Kick yet. I'm not really interested. What's the benefit of joining an org? There are a few. It depends on your play style. I would say the biggest is that you always have people online that you know you can play with. Like, even if you have a group of friends, those friends might be gone. They might be on vacation. They might have something going on in life. It's nice to have like a place on Discord or something where you can just go type in a message and get a response, as opposed to going on Reddit or like going to Spectrum and trying to get into one of those forum posts. You also have people who have your back. There are trolls and pirates and other murder hobos in the game, and it's nice to have people who can back you up, people who can let you borrow their ships, let you take part in their missions. It's just, you know, it's good to know other people in the verse. And an org is an easy way to have that listed down officially for yourself. I wish I could get in. Con of joining an org, trying to join full servers. Apparently, yeah. Ha! Ha ha ha! Somebody left. Think they've done some stealth updates. Currently riding a reclaimer elevator right now, and it's doing well. Dead Leader, were you playing during the whole podcast? You were salvaging the entire... Yep, see? I knew it. I knew you were. You mentioned it at some point. I could tell from your voice. You play D&D? Is murder hobos a thing from D&D? I actually know it from Star Citizen. It has become a very common phrase now. What's the current state of this game now? Oh, Major Tom. We just had a really good podcast with like 4 other people talking all about that over the last hour and a half, but to kind of sum it up, it's rough. So the thing is, they have done some really good things with this game recently. Like stuff that they've been talking about for years. Pie in the sky sort of goals of persistence, of new interactivity, of physicalized components, of actual salvage features. Those things have also made the game not run very well. So feature and gameplay wise, the game has taken a recent step in the positive direction. Stability wise, at least as of this week, not so great. But there's a new patch right now in testing that they're hoping to release towards the end of this month that aims to make things a little bit better. Dead Leader, you and me both, my friend. That is yeah, it's always been a struggle. Please give me the sum up of all that was talked about and your take on those. Instead, how about we jump in with our party, with our org, with our group here, and get stuck into some Jumptown. Hopefully it's not too crazy in there already. Let's see.
So if you have a big target, call it out for me.
I'm gonna move back down towards Jumptown. He's pulled us way off. We're far.
Why are you heading back to Jumptown?
Been alive too long. Do whatever you can to kill him.
All right, we got Shinko Madness coming in 5 clicks, headed towards Jumptown from 105.
Okay, blast him.
4 clicks, 3 clicks.
Yep.
He's in a cutter.
Blast him.
Blast him.
We'll give him a moment. For now, let's get a ship.
I'm heading back to Jumptown. We got too far away.
Hey, y'all.
Hello.
Oh my god. Who is this scrub?
I
decided that was an unfair term. He should be known as the shrub.
Oh,
Shrub.
the shrub. Yeah, who is this? Who is this
Okay.
shrub?
Yeah.
The shrub is Mrs. Tomato. He's the pawn.
The plant?
Magnificent leader.
Is Shintoki dead
I'm on the
yet?
cutter.
Not to get in the way of your current ongoing operation, but what's up? What's the latest? What are you guys doing?
We're just talking about boy stuff, girl stuff.
We've been
Feelings,
holding it down.
emotions.
You got Jumptown?
Oh,
Yeah,
we've
Yeah,
had
we
it
got
for an
Jumptown.
hour.
All
So.
day.
Yeah, I think we're about to blast one of my bar citizen people.
Wow. All right. Well, I just I jumped on the server. If you could send me a party invite, I'll head over to you guys.
I'll think about it. All right,
And-
sending party invite.
If you need anything, let me know.
Why? Hold up, who left burdens? Who stopped
Doritos.
fighting burdens?
We pulled off burdens because he was pulling us
Okay,
about
no
50
more
clicks
pulling
off.
off. I'm just okay.
Bring a fighter.
Bring a fighter.
Bring extra frames. Bring extra frames.
Yeah.
Is there someone else
Okay.
down?
I have hit burdens, but he's
Uh,
not dead.
Hey, Clear,
Yeah, I
what
see
was this
exactly.
about Jumptown? Was that a ground
I'm gonna have to
contact
give you a
issue?
hand, dude.
Yeah, ground contact. Is there someone else outside Jumptown?
Not that I'm aware of. If they come in, blast them.
I'm in the sky. I'm looking.
So nobody needs any
Hey.
drinks.
Yeah, I might have seen a heap of snow.
No.
We would
Dude,
like
he is
drinks.
on your ass.
Oh, somebody landed a Buccaneer, or is that ours?
It should be
Not
on.
a-
All right. So we're gonna get caught up with the group. Sounds like there's some action going on over there. So we're gonna grab some armor because I have nothing. I'm literally just a naked body in this space station. We're gonna get undersuit, some armor, maybe a gun, multi-tool, just enough stuff so that we can get out of our fighter and be involved in the ground operations side of what's going on here. And hopefully it's not too far away. We can get over there pretty quickly. Okay, I don't think they're gonna have any of my normal armor here. Nope. Let's see. Lady, don't start with me, all right? I know I'm gonna be happy with this. Don't need your validation. Black, gray, red, and legs. Black, gray, red. There is no black, gray, red. That's weird. Okay, I guess we'll just take black and gray. Just undersuit and knife.
Nice choice.
Call that the violence suit. You find somebody in either a medical gown and an undersuit and just a knife, you turn around and you go the other direction. Might as well grab some med bends. And I'll probably have to go all the way to the refinery deck to get a medical or a multi-tool. I don't think it's necessary. Stab and steal armor and weapons. Most economical. Well, I mean, I'm going to meet my org. Who am I supposed to stab and steal from? Maybe they have a Karna here too. I do love a Karna. Or a what is it called? Lumen? Lumen. I like the Lumen also. Got, here's your knife. But yeah, not very good guns here. I guess I'll just grab a P4. 2 of them just to be sure. How is the game performance? It's running okay right now. I think we're doing okay. I mean, as far as Star Citizen goes, this is great. Performance is top notch. But I'm also not having fun, Star Citizen. I'm not having fun. Don't. It tends to hear you. It knows. You start laughing or like saying yay and things like that. This game, it'll turn on you. Well, we're here. Let's get dressed. Oh, god dang it. I'm sorry. I didn't grab a undersuit. I'm not very good at this game. Trying to Assassin's Creed bunkers. Really fun. Chris is listening. He's on the phone back here. I know you can only just see Pico here for now. But there is a Chris phone over here. He always calls in whenever he knows things are going a little bit too well. Nope. Where was the armor? No. Armor store. I was just there. There it is. Ooh, let's get a backpack too. So we can prove that we're truly utilitarian. Undersuit should be color twilight, and they don't have that. Okay. You make this so hard. I'll just look for something similar. I guess this is close enough. But just in case that actually looks terrible, we'll just get the default. For you, the more they add, the more you realize SC needs better chat functions. Yeah, it does. Can't even mute people on chat. It's one of those things that really still makes it feel like not a game. I think when these updates, when these really, really bare bones features get updated, we're gonna collectively be like, oh crap, this game was terrible for a while. I can't believe we went without that for so long. Y'all remember when we couldn't even send money to each other? That was like not that long ago. That always blows my mind that we were just living like that. All right, so this is literally my setup for today. How ugly. Oh my gosh. It's like my lizard dressed me. Let's try this one. That's no better. In fact, I can't even wear the backpack. I just look really bad. Honestly, I've never felt more mentally unstable in game. Whatever, let's do it. Do we have a ship? Drink water? Oh, how gross, dude. Who drinks water? Oh, they said I need a fighter. Let's grab a arrow or a gladius. I like the gladius. You about to be drunk flying? Careful, man. There's a lot of things to hit out there. You're gonna melt your vulture and upgrade your corsair to a reclaimer. Then, because you are having cargo space issues when stuffing guns and components into the back of the vulture. Wow, that's a big ol' upgrade from the vulture to a reclaimer. Oh, I guess this is the time when I could be getting water, right? Do they not have... They don't serve any snacks here? Vending machines don't work? I'm gonna have to go to another deck just to get a drink. I am in 318, not 319. Oh, does it say PTU on my stream? Because I actually didn't realize I was supposed to be jumping into... Oh, I have to change my stream title. Okay. Sorry. You always snag a purple cruise drink for the trips, food and water in one convenient bottle. That is pretty nice. What the? Oh. It is nice to be able to drink a liquid and not have to eat food. That's... I gotta figure out how they figured that one out. And also where I can get some drinks. Y'all are putting me through a lot of effort. Just drink some water. Tell ya, is it worth it? You've been debating this game a lot lately. Depends on who you are, what you're looking for. Most people, no, it's not worth it right now. Whoops. But that's because things are wildly not complete. So, like, if you're the kind of person who really, really enjoys not complete games, maybe it is for you. But also, if you just really like space games and you're willing to put up with some pretty glitchy issues and some problems and NPCs standing on tables and like delays sometimes, then yeah, I think it's worth it. But that's a big if. There are usually some chances to play this game for free throughout the year. So you might want to give that a go first before you go and buy the game. Okay, we've been drinked. Let's get out there and go actually join our org. Oh my god, they're 50 million kilometers away and we're gonna fly there in a Gladius. It's gonna... Oh, that's gonna take so long. Crap. What I could think to do would be maybe to see if we have a bigger ship that would get there faster and then switch out when we get over there to the space station. Otherwise, the Gladius flying over there is going to take forever. Could take the Hammerhead, that's probably faster. Screw it. Let's just give it a go. Outside of the bugs, player count, gameplay mechanics, things like that. Wait, outside of those things? Last free fly event was, yeah, I think a couple weeks ago. Which, you know, I wouldn't think... I think they're going to have another one soon. They usually do one for Invictus Week. So like 2 weeks. What's the date? It's the 5th. 3 weeks from now, they'll probably be doing a... It's not the 5th, is it? 6th, yeah. So like 2 to 3 weeks from now, they'll be doing another free fly probably. I would check that one out. Player count. Oh, player count is good for, I mean, an alpha. In the state that this game is in, there are a lot of players keeping active on here. The community is incredibly active, so that's never really a problem. Mechanics are, like I said, mostly not in the game. A lot of mechanics are in the game, but like a lot of the juicy ones that people are waiting for, we're still waiting. And the mechanics that are in, a lot of them are unfinished. This game has been focusing a lot on building the engine underneath the game. It's also been building out another separate single-player game that takes up a lot of their development time. It's called Squadron 42. So, mechanics-wise, you can have a lot of fun with this game, but it will get old after a little while. Because the fact of the matter is the mechanics that are in are not full, and a lot of the ones that are planned are not in. Oh, it's confirmed there's a free fly on the 19th? Cool. Yeah, there you go. Don't take my word for it. Come and try it out yourself. And if you want, you can jump into our Discord and join us to try it out. We're always happy to take on newcomers and show you the game.
Thank you. And please visit again. You are clear to launch.
Not bug surprise features. You could say that. Is everyone hostile or are there friendlies? Most people are friendly, actually. But people also get pretty nervous. Aaliyah and Jotun, I see you with the sub. Thank you. 25 months now. Thank you so much for the support. Thanks for being here. I hope you're having a good May. A good week, a good weekend, good time overall. All right, so we are, what the heck?
Thank you. And please visit again.
We are headed across system, I believe. Oh boy, this is going to be a jump. Of course, they're like almost as far as you can be from where we are. We'll make that jump to Crusader first and then go from there. I don't even have... Oh my god, what a bad decision I've made. We're gonna have to make a stop halfway. That's terrible. Oh god. I'm gonna spend half of my session today just traveling. That's why it sucks to jump on board for an event when the event is constantly changing locations. You can't really plan that ahead. You don't do Jumptown, you're not too much into PvP combat unless it's self-defense. I hate PvP. I don't like combat. I'm not a big fan of it. I do like being up to speed with it though, and knowing how it works. I mainly do it for the org part. I like to be part of the logistics side of Jumptown stuff. Or just sitting in a ballista, pew-pewing into the sky. Doing good so far. Hope your nomad life is treating you well right now. Not doing any nomadatry... Oh, you mean real life? That could apply to real life and Star Citizen. Thank you, though. Appreciate you dropping by. Hope work is treating you well and stuff. And all the things are great, you know? Haven, that's your main thing? You'd like to actually have an experience over getting stomped on. Yeah, you're not gonna get stomped on. Most people are out there just living life. Some people are there to make people's lives worse. And you will run into them. It's good to know how to kill them if you need to. There's some stomping sometimes, but once you learn where to play, is a bit careful, you won't get bothered. Yeah, and that, like, they haven't even started doing that really yet. That's a thing that we've learned, but the game itself is just not a... Like, they don't concentrate crime in certain places or encourage people to hang out in certain places yet, so... It'll keep polarizing like that. I feel like the bugs and crashes are far more vicious than most players. That is true. 30Ks are better pirates than most players could ever be. What is that? Why? It's like a weird... Why am I'm seeing like a black border around the screen? Is that here too? No? It's not there. What is that? Yeah, it's weird. I've never noticed that. Oh well. Star Citizen doesn't have any pirates. It's not my overlay. I have no idea what that's coming from. People are rock mining right next to mining outposts, and it's like, come on, guys, everyone can see you. Yeah, that's fair enough. You can't just like roll your ship, you roll your rover right outside the base and expect to be safe. Oh my gosh, this is taking forever. Come on. Almost there. Remind me to never do this again. Look at how slow we're going. Oh, that's right. And then they don't even kick you out at the actual station anymore. Holy crap. What a pain. What a pain it is to get across the star system in a fighter. I can't believe I did this. This is like those things that you eventually learn to not do and that make you good at the game. And for some reason, I never learn. How long does it normally take to traverse planets? Traverse planets on a ship? Like to fly around the planet? Alright, let's stop off here real quick. We're a little more than halfway, or a little less than halfway there, so it'll probably be another hefty jump. The Starfighter is pretty fast in Quantum? Why is that? Particularly nice Quantum drive or what?
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
I didn't even ask to land yet, dude. Can you not assume so much?
Proceed to assigned landing bay.
Why'd they put me all the way over here? And nice and slow. Nice and slow, my God! Ah! No! No! I'm done! I'm done! I am out of here! Oh my God! Ah! I can't even believe it. I cannot believe I just did that. Dude. Oh my God. Strike me down. Strike me down where I sit. I don't deserve this mouse and keyboard. I can't believe I just did that. I'm sitting there thinking to myself, yeah, no problem. I've got plenty of control over this. This won't be an issue. I'm just gonna roll right in here. I just got the... You know what gets me? I flick my mouse scroll wheel and I think it's gone farther than it has. I think it's lower. I got a lower freaking speed limiter, so I go full throttle. And it's not lower, so I go into the back of the hangar and I die, and that's why I don't fly ships. You know what would fix this is if my HOTAS works, then I'd be a master pilot. Then I'd have no problems. But instead, now here we are, back on the other side of the system, with no ship, no undersuit, no armor, no med tool. We're just gonna be a medical suit citizen today. Screw the undersuit. Screw the armor. Screw trying to play this game. And I'm not taking the Gladius. Damn well sure I'm not taking the Gladius. Screw it. I'm taking the freaking Hammerhead. That's ketchup. Bro, that was marinara sauce. Not even ketchup. We're far past ketchup with something like that. Problematic, I would say. I would call it. Problematic tomato. By the way, guys, today is a shorter stream just because we were already doing the podcast during today's stream. But I'm planning on trying to stream a couple extra days starting next week. I don't know if I'll be able to keep it up. I have to see how it works with videos and stuff, but I do want to start streaming a little bit more. Give you guys some more consistent chances to come and check it out. Jump in with me, play the game a little bit, maybe jump in with the org, stuff like that. So keep an eye out starting next week for that. Also, I will be starting a new giveaway on Monday. We'll be picking a new ship sponsored by CIG to give away with a copy of the game Star Citizen. So if you want to be involved with that, make sure to hang out on the Discord, drop by the stream on Monday, whatever it is. Get in on it because you have a chance to win the game and a ship for nothing more than just listening to me for a little while. How's the PC? It's doing okay. It's running hot, having troubles, but it's running the game. Cam, you can believe it because we all just seen it. Execute, what's up, dude? How's it going, man? I gotta get back to you about... Oh, my MSR's been here. Oh, I'm at Port Tressler now. So now I have access to actual ships. I gotta get back to you about Invictus Week stuff. I have not missed that. What's wrong with my HOTOS? I just haven't had a chance to set it up. No time. As far as computer stuff goes, I'm just trying to get my computers to run correctly now, and then we can start talking about a HOTOS. All right, I never have to use a docking port. I don't have any ships big enough to use it. W, was that a win, Haven? I'm showing you the worst way to play this game. Don't take... Whoa! Wow! Why is the gravity turned off? Oh my god! Okay. Well... Okay. Dude. Folks. When I tell you that I get technical problems... Obviously, these aren't all technical problems, but this is that energy. Just didn't even make sense. I just freaking floated through the spaceship. Didn't somebody just ask? I think somebody just asked, yeah, how are the servers today? There you go, Daniel. Can't even get on board my hammerhead. What's up, Toes Pungy? Oh, let me jump into the chat real quick. Hey, so I'm still trying to get off the space station and over to you guys. It's just taking me a little while.
We've
Need a
moved.
pickup?
All right.
I'm already in space near her L1, but where are you?
I'm all the way to Microtech. Where are you guys moving to?
Her
Her
L1.
L1.
Okay.
Her L1.
I'm gonna head there right now.
Why her L1?
Because next JT is gonna be either Microtech or ArcCorp, so her L1 puts us center to both.
Okay.
Well, Tomato, if you want to just stick at Microtech just in case it shows up there.
Yeah, in
That
case
would
you wanna,
invalidate all the suffering I've gone through to try and get off the space station.
Very valid.
No Star Citizen.
All right, I'm heading to Microtech to go pick up the tomat, the shrub.
It's just for the best that I just get picked up. Oh god,
I'll wear a fancy driver cap for you and everything.
Thank you. That honestly makes me feel better. Can we also play like the Grand Budapest Hotel song?
I don't know what that is. That's an old person thing.
No, I thought it was an old movie, but it's relatively new.
I don't have your marker. Let me see if you're still in the party.
I have all your markers.
You are.
Yeah. I'm just at Port
Yeah,
Tressler.
Just Star Citizen things.
I mean, I guess I can go get some armor and stuff now since I'm not going anywhere on my own.
Would be useful. We've got... Oh shit, we've got about 5 minutes. All right, so...
Should I just come there instead?
No, so I'm gonna still continue to pick you up, but if it turns out to be Raven's Roost, then we'll be in a prime spot for it.
Cool.
I'll be able to get down there right away.
How has the opposition been today?
Fierce.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's fun.
Yeah,
We
it's
have
been good.
managed it.
Yeah.
Like fortunately, there was enough of us to keep the competition occupied, so that we were able to like do 2 runs under their noses.
Cool.
It definitely took numbers though. We didn't keep it with skill.
Right.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it was literally just a throw cannon fodder
keep
at
throwing
it. Keep
numbers.
Throwing cannon fodder at it.
Yeah, well, sometimes, you know.
That's what it takes.
how's the saying go? Quantity is a quality all of its own.
I like it.
As indeed.
True Death.
The snow is the most difficult enemy, for sure.
It was very difficult to see the pips when they were blue. Impossible at times.
Yeah, that was rough.
Trying to get our org uniform, but they just don't have all the parts I need for it here. Although, very often Bungie ends up having like several copies.
Correct. They do not sell the org uniform at Tressler.
I don't plan on getting out of the ship, so I'll be alright.
I gotta call some ships.
What is the org uniform, by the way?
It's red shift, helmet. Yeah, helmet and chest, and then it's True Def red, gray, black, arms, legs, and True Def blue undersuit.
There's a graphics on the website.
Yeah. If you go to GII.website, then you can find it. No problem.
Registered and confirmed. GII.website.
I'm surprised nobody had that.
It's actually easier. It's just GII.app.
Oh, I don't know why that didn't pop into my brain.
Website.
It's not the .com era, it's the .website era.
You've been playing for 3 weeks now, and despite all the issues, you're in love with SC. I know how that feels. SC's a weird beast. You'll love it, and you'll also want to pummel it.
Bungie, are we setting spawn here?
Gosh.
Or are we gonna move spawn when we?
We will move spawn to.
It is. It's so unique. I've never been in a situation where I've played a game that is so obviously treading on amazing potential, but still not meeting it in, to a satisfying extent. Like, there are things in this game that are cool, but take a game like Satisfactory. Clearly a very, very impressive concept. Awesome idea for a game. Great idea for game mechanics. Very complex. But the whole time that you've been able to play it, you've had this sort of like mini Satisfactory experience to play. So you already know kind of how it vibes, how it plays, how it runs, and you get to experience that. You get to be excited about that and talk about that. Take something else like this. Fortnite was kind of in the same situation when it first started, when the Battle Royale first started, as opposed to the Save the World version. But there are plenty of games that are like this, where you play them in early access and you see them getting built. But Star Citizen literally just doesn't even play like how it's supposed to. And you can constantly see the different ways where the things that happen in the game right now are meant to play in the future, and you can make sense of how the game mechanics will fit together. And even if their grand vision of a super amazing, all-encompassing, universal place where people play doesn't work out, it's still an amazing concept of a game with arguably I guess interesting game mechanics and a realized lore and world. So it's like, it's not hard to fall in love with what Star Citizen is aiming to be. The hard part is coming to terms with the fact that it's going to take a long time and be frustrating to get there. Drunk make the best place landing in a hangar ever. That's how it goes. You'd love if we could change the HUD colors in your ship. Yeah, that would be nice. You sold your account with 100 ships full price to wide-eyed new player. 100 ships? What? If they fix all the bugs, that'll remove 75 of the content. Bugs? You mean features?
Missions up. The legal ones available too.
Okay, good. Grab that. Rig's gone. Dew's gone. Do we have anyone who wants to take down the comm array real quick?
I can give it a go. I haven't done it in like 4 years. It's pretty much just going inside and pressing the button, right?
You need the hacking chip.
We do need
Oh,
hacking chips,
okay.
and we don't have those.
Do they do turrets?
I have plenty of them.
Fairfire, you want to go take down the Kamari?
Around which planet?
Lyria, right?
Yep.
Where are we gathering?
Set spawn to Bajini. Bajini.
Virginia. Roger. I'll do it. Lyria.
Yep. Tamat, I am approaching Port Tressler. It is very, very much dark. I'm going to crash into it, I'm sure.
That's cool. I like that. That sounds like me.
I'm in Dark Court.
Yep.
Oh my good sweet lord. I just got a notification for Patreon. Thank you, Walgrit. If you're in the chat, thank you so much for becoming a patron. Especially at the level that you did. That's an insane amount of support. Thank you so much if you're watching this before, during, or before. You can't watch this beforehand.
So if any of you celebrated, how was your...
This support that comes into Patreon and YouTube and stuff, this is what allows my family to live. This is all that supports us. So, like, you tangibly, it just changed our lives. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. Y'all are wonderful.
Wine walk.
Not bad.
Punji, have you crashed into the station yet?
Nope, working on it.
Oh. Looking for the explosion.
If I had your marker, I'd be slamming into the window.
Yeah, I hosted a little 7-person poker game last night.
All right, got a pad or hanger.
All right.
We'll let you know which number it is in just a moment.
Vehicle retrieval system. Please visit us again. Goodbye.
Guess I should probably store my ship back.
Welcome to the
Could do.
vehicle retrieval.
Doesn't matter, it's gonna be claimed anyways.
Yeah, but this way I feel more responsible.
Hanger 4.
All right. Did they start the next Jumptown yet?
They did. Hey, Tyrus, there's some sort of background noise coming through.
Where is it at? Is it Microtech or Hurston?
It's Lyria, Arcorp.
Oh. Oh, yeah. That's right. That was the other option. Looks like we're flying clear across the system.
In a stock cuddy because the vehicle loadout wasn't working earlier.
Oh. Should I get my MSR? Or?
Is your MSR not stuck?
It is. I don't know
is
what
it
quantum
faster,
drive
though?
it has. I don't know.
Oh, it is much faster through quantum.
Yeah, it'll be faster than a cutter.
All right.
All right, let's go. Let's take your MSR. Let's go.
All right. MSR boys.
I think it'll shave off about little under 2.5 minutes.
There he is. I'm gonna get him. Ah, made it.
Where are you in? Oh my gosh.
Desynced. Out
Yeah.
the wazoo.
I was like, I thought you were still in the ship. I was just going to send the elevator back. Oh, where am I going?
Welcome to the
Yeah, I love that major desync.
One day they'll figure it out.
Yes, sir.
I don't-
Major
One
desync.
day.
Right away, sir.
I will bully you.
Vehicle selected. Stand by.
Take your lunch.
Could I show my FPS? Wow.
Not my lunch.
I mean, like, take me out to lunch first, at least.
Take me to lunch first before you take my lunch money.
You're taking me up to lunch directly.
FPS is 30.
Ooh.
Server
Yeah,
FPS.
mine's not much better.
Oh my god, could you imagine? Server FPS of 30?
48 here.
I've seen those numbers.
Really?
I saw it at the very beginning of 318 PT.
Yeah, like
and
a
it was-
fresh server. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
wow.
it was scary.
Yeah, with
the
6
AI was bad.
I can't even
It was-
imagine that.
Yeah, the AI is scary good.
Yeah.
I mean, even at,
auto-aim, essentially.
at like 12 frames per second, they're pretty good.
No, they're magical at 30.
They'll shoot you as soon as you open the door.
What's the best way to describe it?
They'll board your ship
Jason
and everything.
Voorhees.
You have cargo
Oh,
right
yeah.
here.
Oh, nice. Good for us.
Probably drugs.
It's just a bunch of waste. Or scrap, actually, I think. I think it might be scrap.
I choose to believe it's waste. I choose to believe that your whole life aboard a ship is pooping into boxes and
Just
throwing it in the cargo.
Freaking data running, poop toting spaceman.
Space Amazon.
You want to fly, or at least call for takeoff?
Yeah, you can fly. I'll just sit here and look pretty.
Yeah, I'll let you just open the doors for us, and then I'll make sure we get there alive.
Yay, I'm good at my job. Am I though? Will they actually open?
Yeah, you just gotta call.
They're not opening.
List? Question mark.
The key binding's not working.
No, it doesn't work unless you're in a ship.
In the seat.
Like in the seat, yeah. So just go into open your mobiGlas, friends list, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Even if you are the most unlikable person in the verse, at least ATC will be on your friends list.
I actually think I need to be in my seat, even for that. So
Well,
maybe I'm the most unlikable person in the verse.
you are. All right, get in that seat.
Why? Open. Please.
Oh, get in the pilot seat, maybe. Oh, hey, we're going. It worked. Whatever you did worked. Did you bribe them?
Yeah. I told them I would send them pictures of spaceships.
Nice. Naked spaceship.
They said we don't have enough of those.
On the logs, I'm showing
certified
Space
GI NFTs.
Has anyone made their way to the new JT just to kind of scope it out yet?
Set
Oh,
my
where's
spawn
this?
still.
I missed that.
Okay. Yeah, if a volunteer would like to head to JT and just kind of give us an estimate on how much resistance we're looking at, that'd be
Peruse
appreciated.
the people.
Yeah. Stalk them, go through the garbage, get their social security number.
I have nothing on this ship.
Steal their identity. Nothing wrong with that.
I have nothing but scrap on this ship.
You guys like scrap?
Sup, Tyrus?
You know what these ships need?
Feels weird saying what's up to you when you
Space horn.
Coffee makers?
on the other side of the microphone.
Space horn. I'm looking at the steering wheel for the MSR, and I just see like a perfect place to go beep beep.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. The little spot modification. Come on. That's like a, what, $2 flare? Let me get that.
Yeah. Let me get the do weird horn that some people get for their cars.
Won't CIG have to sample all of that one by one? And it'll take a couple years.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, that sound.
Make it a sub-item.
I've always wanted to like put a train horn in my car. That just sounds like it'd be fun.
Sounds like it'd blow your ears out.
So there's actually a guy that drives around occasionally that has a train horn in his squatted truck, and he will drive down the peninsula and just blare that thing out on a Sunday. And I gotta say, props. His truck is kind of cool, even though it's squatted.
It feels like it goes against the idea of a truck, but.
Just a repeat of the prior question. Is anyone heading to JT to scope it up for us?
I'm leaving Bajini now, heading that way.
Excellent. Azen is the only one to be near JT. Who's on? Yeah, who's currently taking on the Kamare?
Ooh.
I believe it was Parvahar had volunteered. They might have died.
Died en route.
I'll give it a whirl when I get there.
Yeah, we might have to.
I'm a ways away.
We might have to detour if we get there first.
I gotta stop for a Bajini for the cards.
Yeah, can't. Oh, they sell cards there?
No, I have.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we don't have.
You don't have cards. I don't have cards because I'm a good boy. I don't get into nearly as much trouble as you do, Tomat.
I did have cards, but they must be in my room or in the at my home, wherever that is. Guess that's our corp.
Probably.
It's not too far.
Yeah, but Tyrus has already called dibs on it, so we'll let him handle that.
All right.
Well, hold on now. I've only done it once, so I'm not sure how well I'll do, but I'll give it a go.
It's not that difficult. I was able to, as long as you have something small and nimble, you can park out of their line of fire pretty easily.
So is the only way for me to get to JT to take right for the taking?
I think so. For whatever reason, the legal mission is not a thing.
Right. No, the legal mission's
I got contraband. I can share it to the party if you want.
I see it. Oh, yeah, you're right. Oh, it's there now. All right, grab it.
Send it.
You might want to grab it too.
Yeah.
If it's not there, let me know and I'll share with the party.
It's not a shareable mission. I just looked.
All right.
Gotcha.
Let me see if I can grab it. Yo, Star Streams. What's up, friend? Actually done with the podcast. I moved on to do some just gameplay with the org for a little bit here. Do some Jumptown stuff. How was the beach, man? We need you to head down there.
Then deliver them to one of our security kiosks. I expect the AO to be pretty hot, so make sure you're tooled up.
Listen to this guy. I expect the MODO will be pretty hot. I like his voice. But he didn't say weapons hot, y'all, so I don't know if he's actually here to serve us a mission or is he just posing. Oh my god, I'm out. I got out. Jeez. Stuck in those freaking tunnels. I'll tell the story someday to my kids.
That's when I was in a previous org because I was doing double shifts 3 times a week.
Yeah.
You saw fish, lots of fish, had food.
It was just enough to live in California.
Ate fish, did a beach walk, lost money in the arcade. Sounds like a good time. Did you lose money and like get to play a game?
Close enough. Near it. Yeah. I'm looking to move out soon. It's too expensive here. Saving up.
Yeah, I'm near Los Angeles, and I get it.
Yeah.
You can come to Texas with all the other Californians.
No, don't worry, I'm looking to actually move there. I'm going to I'm going to school for gunsmithing.
Oh, cool! Hell yeah.
We are still waiting to try and move back there. But it's too expensive right now.
So, Kelly?
Is there like no like pocket where it's like, oh, maybe you don't move here for like a physical location job, but like, you know, if your job is online, maybe it's okay. Is there no place like that?
Oh, remote? Oh yeah, there's tons of places like that. There's small little there's you know, if you're not remote, it's not a good place to be.
Right.
All right, comms.
As long as you have broadband.
Comms.
Yeah.
I am on site of the production facility. There is 0 people here.
All right.
Wow.
I'm taking off now, actually.
Yeah, if you want to, like, how low can you get your signature there, Azen? Can you go off the radar, so to speak?
I can try. I doubt it.
So they're just turning off the PTU matchmaking. The servers will still be up, yeah? Just the matchmaking will be down, putting you into a server with other people. That's not terrible. Hey, Gonzo, thank you so much for the sub, mate. Appreciate you. Space Tomatoes for a healthy gaming diet. Eat your tomatoes, folks. They'll keep your bones strong. Is Fleet Week going to be a major sale? Yeah, they usually have a major sale during Fleet Week. Military stuff. Say again?
You've got FPS equipment, right?
Kinda, yeah.
Do you want to be on the ground with us?
Sure. Yeah, I like that.
All right.
I would love to be on the ground since I didn't do it last time.
Ebs, all right. Yeah, we can take Ebs. And at most one other person. We can do fine with 3, but
I can be in the air if we've got, like, if people have been in the air, I'd rather let them get a chance on the ground.
You're a big
I'm
target
better in
in
the air
that
than I
car.
am on the.
we may be switching to the Cutlass pretty shortly. I think it's still like a 2-minute timer.
I have a lot of fighter ships and stuff if you want something.
If we're gonna be in the air, if I'm gonna be in the air with anybody, I have a couple 2-person like Hurricane.
I think we have enough people for the air, so it's like if you have a preference, Tomat, you can have ground or air, whichever you desire.
All right.
Abs is gonna join us on ground. I'm gonna be on ground.
Sounds good. I'll be on the ground. Boots on the ground. Tomatoes in the dirt.
Do we have? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yo, Robert Torrey.
If there's anyone who's
thank you as well for the sub. Much love, my friend. Appreciate you. Actually, also earlier during the podcast, Saltine came in here and dropped 5 subs. Got that lovely, lovely, beautiful saxophone playing. Thank you for that. If you're still here, and if not, you know, my energy out to you somewhere out there. What about starter pack wise? Usually there's not a starter pack sale. They might discount something like a cutter, maybe to 45 or something like that, but usually you're not going to find anything for less than 45 bucks. What's up, Limbo?
Yeah, I forgot my space helmet, so yeah, I'll stay in the air.
All right.
Have I tried Jumptown? On the way there right now.
Generally, the ratio that I'm looking for is like 4 people tops for the ground game, because then that means cargo pilot plus 2 door watchers and 1 box monkey.
I should be on site in a minute. And for some reason, Quantum to it, so
Yep,
flying
no problem. Still quiet out your way, Azen?
Yes, sir.
Tyrus, how goes the Comrie thing?
I just got to Bajini to grab a card and set spawn, and I'll be back off to it.
Excellent.
I do see some people in global from our battle talking.
A2 coming to extraction point.
Oh yeah,
900 is almost on scene, Azen.
they're all chilling in Bajini.
Mm.
There's like 12 people standing in Bajini all together right now.
All right. If everyone can make their way to JT to put up a fight. Who said something about an A2? Is that a friendly A2? Is it ours?
Does not look like it.
Well, take it out. Oh, wait. Wait until the Comrie goes.
Is there a chance that the 100i game package will be on sale? There's always a chance, but I wouldn't bank on it. I wouldn't expect it. It is really good looking, though. I agree. Crouch, yo, thank you for the raid, dude. Are you streaming on Twitch? I thought you were on YouTube. Appreciate you raiding us with the good folks out there. The Crouchers. Can I call them Crouchers? Appreciate you dropping by, though, dude. What were you up to out in the good old days of Star Citizen? Good old days. Is this the good old days? Wow, why can't I turn the turret around? That's weird. First time on Twitch. Oh, cool, dude. My evening is going all right. I am exhausted. but the game's treating me well, so that's fun. And we had a good podcast earlier today. A lot of good conversation in this chat. People have been great to me.
Yep. I'll watch the light show.
There's a Gladius
Very
Jillos.
pretty.
If the Gladius isn't ours, kill it.
Well, the
Wait.
Comrade
Actually,
still
wait
up.
until Comrade. Shit, I keep forgetting.
In fact, he said sure.
Yeah, we don't have.
Oh, all right.
Checking out weapon selling prices. That's a good call. I actually want to start doing some streams where I check out where minerals are.
I'm just circling Shintaki.
In 319. Oh my
Get
gosh.
hacking chips and I'm departing Regini.
Dukes of Hurston. What is that, Wordly? 07's friend.
He's about to drop another bomb.
What would be
Bound.
what would be the vibes of Dukes of Hurston? Just screwing about with spaceships, making explosions, and jumping over the central business district? And this was a long journey.
Red. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Well, if they engage you first, they'll turn red.
Who's Shintaki?
They're a person from my Michigan Bar Citizen Discord.
Ah.
I say I didn't create it, but I've more or less like co-opted it entirely.
How did it go? Or has it?
Last one? The last
Faravar-
one? Yeah. Oh, God, sorry.
Faravar's at the Comrade.
Faravar's at the Comrade? All right. Faravar, you're muted or not talking. Hello?
I can't hear him.
Yeah, we don't hear you, Faravar, but Faravar.
You hear me now?
Yep.
Yep, we hear you now.
Yes.
Okay. I have a problem because my key doesn't go inside the slot, so maybe he can help me.
All right.
Okay. All right. En route.
Yep, double team it.
Okay.
JT crew, how's things there? Any one
Still
other
clear.
than Shitoki?
Still quiet.
Still clear.
Still clear. Cool,
Ooh,
cool.
That planet's
We're
coming
gonna
fast.
get to. Yep, we are.
Hey, Punji, can you add a whiskey right quick?
Add a whiskey? Oh, yeah. Are you on a server?
Yeah.
All right, we'll do. Let me just.
You
line
also should probably kick Night Hunter and re-invite them. There's no party marker.
I will do that in just a moment.
You want me to fly while you're doing all this?
Oh yeah, that'd be
Here,
appreciated.
as to not confuse you guys, I'll stay landed on next to the production facility as of right now.
Yeah, just stay real close in the air, not necessarily landed. Shintoki should be doing the same at the moment.
Where are we headed?
We are headed to Bajini first.
All right.
Got a ship plume at 170.
170.
Parvahar, where's the best place to park at this place these days? At the end of the solar panels?
Like, I parked in the middle of between them and it killed my ship, so I would suggest just to eject.
I'm gonna try not to.
All right, so basically the spine, there's a drum of some sort, or like a ring of bags or cylinders of some sort. If you park right under those, looking up towards the entrance, that should keep you out of line of fire. Just you have to be really close though. So something small and tiny, like a Pisces.
I'm hearing a Scorpius. That's what I got.
Yeah, that might make it.
Some mineral water.
Whiskey, you should have a party invite.
Got it already.
Cool. Shintoki in our party at the moment? I forget.
Yes.
We got two plumes at 150.
An honest
Platinum
living being a
Rabbit's
miner.
back.
How do you make an honest living being a miner at Jumptown? Is that honesty?
Do not
Nomadic.
engage. Do not be the first to engage.
No, I won't. I'll let him engage first.
Copy.
We don't know a nomadic shogun, right?
Nomadic Shogun is us. Nomadic Shogun is us.
Okay, he's here as well.
Yeah, that's me. That's me.
Okay, cool.
I got Discord overlay on so I can see everyone.
I thought I accepted it. I don't guess it counted.
Oh, the party invite? Alright, I'll send you it again.
Platinum just disappeared off my radar for a second.
I have lock.
There he is.
Oh no, you are in our party. You are in our party, Whiskey.
I just don't see anybody. Alright.
Yeah, sorry. trying to manage all this.
Yo, Sredna, how you doing?
Oh,
Good to see you.
I'm softest.
Andrew, when you get a chance, can you kick me and re-invite me to the party so we don't get...
Yep.
All right.
Successful injection. I'm headed in with a card.
All right, here's the part where I don't blow up the ship. I actually paid attention to my speed limiter this time, folks. We're gonna be okay.
Let me know when you sent the invite.
Send the invite, Night Hunter.
I see it.
Do we have our... Yeah.
You guys got my pip again?
All right,
Cool.
I'm a few hundred meters in closing. It's gonna take a minute.
Setting down on Baijini. Are we just setting our spawn here, Punji?
Yeah, we're gonna start a spawn. I'm gonna claim ships.
Hey, how's
Yeah,
the
claim
server?
all your ships.
I'm pretty sure Platinum Rabbit feels like that one picture, the girl sitting on the black leather couch.
The casting couch picture, yeah.
Yeah.
Big comfy couch.
Totally surrounded.
It better be comfy.
Wait,
So I have my
is
400
references to the
items
casting couch TOS friendly?
I think if we're not going into detail, just saying casting couch is fine.
Who's TOS?
Anyone. We've got YouTube, Twitch, and Discord going on here.
My terms of service is pretty loose.
Oh yeah, YouTube's rating. Wait, did you send people over here on YouTube?
Facing forward, I'm unable to open my inventory.
I have no idea.
Fun.
Where does it say that?
Tomat, can you see if you have any cryptos here? I don't think you do.
I just got another marker. Trying to see who it is.
Yeah, might have some Ethereum in the cargo
KT's
station.
room. Kitsune.
Did you just say Ethereum?
He did.
We're mining Ethereum.
Can you put that in your wallet?
He asked me to get some crypto from the
Yeah, Saber,
station.
7.6 clicks off. He's landed.
Real quick, Tyrus, how far into the troubleshooting process are you?
Well, nothing's changed.
It doesn't even say that you rated me.
I have no
All right.
Oh, you didn't use that? Okay, I got you. Well, thanks for sending everybody over here. Appreciate you.
And I did have. I had one.
What
on
was
my
it that you
hip.
said? You went to 11 places and then you stupidly jumped into a black elevator. Had to relog, but the PTU matchmaker's offline, so you can't get back in. People just can't get on the servers because of the matchmaking?
I am not a better pilot than Rabbit. Me and him were going toe to toe at each other, and I can distract him, and that's about it. So
Oh,
when we
I got a red contact. Red contact.
Where?
Missiles launched.
I see him.
Who's got missiles launched at him?
Yeah.
Vanguard Sentinel.
Ethan.
Be careful.
Oh, they're red. They're dead. That's
Yeah.
free to fire on.
I've been hit. I've been hit. Going down. Going down.
Yeah.
Hazen's down. Cool.
Yep. Got hit with missiles.
How many are out there?
Hazen,
I
if
have-
you got.
I have
there's
no
way to-
control. No control. I'm
How
in a
many-
hard spin.
How many folks
See
did
if you
you
can bail
see?
once you're close to the ground.
Just
I'm
suicide.
yeah,
we need air as much as possible. All right,
Yeah, I'm
I'm
just gonna crash.
What planet are y'all on?
R-Corp.
all right. Tomat, you said you're certain that you have crypto chips at Area 18.
Not certain, but I did actually.
You're right.
Yeah, I don't know. I had it in live. I don't remember when was the last time
I
they
have
freaking
no
wiped.
control. I'm abandoning ship. And I will die here shortly.
Roger. Just for future reference, if you are combat inoperable, we just need like 1 or 2 repeats of that, and at some point, once you're back in the fight, then resume comms.
Hey, am I the last line for the crypto key?
I think you might be. I'm gonna take you and my Pisces down to the Area 18 area. Hangar 2, Tomato.
Oh boy. Okay.
I'm here in hopes that something will have changed by the time I get to the console. If not, I'll
No
be
worries.
back.
And if nothing changed, then you, me, Farvahar, and Tomato can head on down to JT.
Yeah, Panji, I'm getting to the Comare again with 2 chips.
I see a saber on the ground, white.
Okay, maybe I can pull the chip off of Farvahar's old body. There's no chip on his body. No chip.
They do sell chips at Area 18, don't they?
Do
I
they?
think so, yeah. Can't remember though, so take that with a grain of salt.
So my mindset is currently, yes, grab, like, if we have to, we'll buy chips. That seems like it'll take a lot of time, but everyone going to prison is going to end this event real quick.
They almost always have them at
You
Shady
hear
Glen
me?
Farms for loot.
We hear you, Farvahar. What was that?
I'm getting to Comare. I'm there now with 2 chips.
Okay.
Good.
We will come to the Comare if only to assist.
I'm on Platinum's ass right now.
Farvahar, is this your old body in here?
Yeah.
Okay, I won't loot it then.
Hey, real quick. Who else is at JT that can assist Night Hunter, I believe, going after Platinum?
I can hit.
I got Geos right next to me.
Yeah, I'm on them too.
All right. I would like one.
Yeah, I'm in the PU right now.
I'm gonna go ahead and backspace here.
Generally, the rule of thumb should be 3 to 1, unless it's a hardy target such as a Vanguard, in which case 5 to 1. But generally, light fighters should take priority. If it's an A2, that's fine. We'll just move everything off the ground so that we don't get bombed.
Have you heard if they're doing a wipe or not yet? I think somebody said they're doing a partial wipe for 319. Everything but money, I think it was the call, but I haven't seen any official confirmation of that, so I don't know.
Taking off now.
What are you in?
My Hornet.
Can I gun for you?
I mean, you can.
We.
It's got ballistics on it. May not last all that long.
No.
Panji, we made it.
Right?
We
You
made
see
it.
that?
Yes.
You made it?
What?
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
What?
I died?
What?
Question mark?
Red target.
What?
What?
Why is this happening?
Tomato, this is your fault?
Geos, be careful. You are now red for me.
What? I don't.
If you
I'm gonna
reload,
suicide.
if you reload,
Are we going after Platinum?
Oh, relog.
Yeah, well, if you want to keep your
I'm
stuff.
already still alive.
I don't know if it matters.
Yeah, we're gonna be going after Platinum. But
Alright,
not
I'm
yet.
relogging to keep my stuff in last landed location because I don't think we set spawns.
All right.
No man,
That was
yeah,
a
I
weird
wouldn't
one.
shoot.
I'm blaming you, Tomato. Your technical issues have infected me.
No, yeah, I get it. It's fine. I have no excuse.
Who's shooting that Platinum?
That was weird. Has anybody seen that before? That has never happened to me, especially not in the middle of a quantum jump.
Click game, I'm gonna lag behind you.
Azim, did you just start QT to my current location?
I did.
That is a very risky move.
Tomato, I've just made Azen party lead, so you should be able to have an easier time clicking on join party leader.
Gotcha.
I'm pulling up above the ground as fast as I can.
I'm 150 clicks out and closing.
Oof.
And I don't think I'm even going to be able to like get to Jumptown.
Tomato, did you get in?
No, it still says it's full. What is your
Dan is back.
What are you clicking to get in? Join.
Right click, join. Cannot join.
Yeah, I
will clear space.
Vanguard Harbinger. Dan.
It's all good.
Cam Myre.
Somebody will
Heading
leave.
towards your abs and nomadic. From the mountain range.
Down.
Accelerating.
It's still open for me. It's still up for me.
Okay, Panji, it's starting now. Look at my stream.
Wait. Someone said it was down. Is it not actually down?
I got
I see it
the
as up.
network intrusion thing.
That's not down. That just means it's in the process of hacked. All right, hold fire until we've confirmed array is down.
Copy. Start.
Got a Vanguard and
Yeah, the Harbinger right here, and then we have Platinum in the Gladius.
I'm gonna get it, guys.
Already been confirmed to be hostile.
I'm gonna get into the game.
Yeah, I want two
Dan
other.
is also hostile as well. I saw him at the
Redeemer last time.
This reminds me of
Toki, come on in.
preparing for
We'll get you a
318.
invite if you're at menu. All right.
Who's the Brawley Smash? Is that who you're talking
Brawley Smash is confirmed hostile from last time. If they're not firing at you, leave them be. Unless they go red, in which case waste them.
Dan might be going in for a landing. I can't tell though.
Guys, this is like the most engaging gameplay so far. Seriously, let me in. What is this? How is nobody leaving the server? Yo, can you guys, can you make a comment in global chat? It should be like 319 went live.
Wait, are you in PTU right now?
No, we're in live.
Okay.
Trying to clear the server.
He's trying to divert people.
Alright, you going in. A bunch of us are
That would
going.
do it.
Everybody.
Everybody's
live.
Still be the server.
Oh, that would be funny though.
Yeah, it would be. I'd be laughing my ass off.
No worries. Just enjoying your time on 319. Been on all morning with no 3 to 30Ks. Don't sign off. I heard that there's no matchmaking, so if you sign off, I don't know if you can get back on.
He's here.
All the PTU people flooding the PU. I mean, I just want one spot. Just one spot open up. Come on. Watch, one spot's about to open up and I'm not going to get it.
Daylight or nighttime?
Daylight.
Yeah.
Daylight.
Okay, tough.
I can't tell if it's morning or dusk though. Oh, not dusk, but
Bungie, I'm ready for the invite.
Happy Saturday, Barandini.
Jinri, are you just dancing with Platinum Rabbit?
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice. There we go. Gilly, you couldn't get back on 319? Yeah, I don't think it's down. I think it's just the matchmaking isn't working. So if you go out, you might not be able to go in, but can't confirm.
Oh yeah.
they were
Loading
somewhere.
in.
I wish I had that streamer privilege.
Landing in Lyra, I'm friendly.
It says you were in the game, Bungie. I just flew past you.
I'm in the game. I'm just. Oh.
Sorry. Didn't mean to do that.
Pickle fart has got me in his sights.
Wonder whose this saber is.
Okay, I'm back in.
People are coming into land. Cutlass.
On my screen, the comm is down. So, are we free to engage?
It's one bar left. One bar left.
Oh,
okay.
Hold up then.
Copy.
And is moving at a
Just
low
take the
altitude.
satellite out
Moving in.
completely.
Kai Scarata is back as well, and the RSI Scorpion.
Hey, Togi,
think
party
they're-
invite out.
Yeah, I was in the middle of spamming join friend, so you might have to send it again.
Can do.
Why am I in prison?
What chip you want,
Pickle
Bungie?
fart is about to come in.
Hey, what was the location again?
The location was Lyria.
And what? I'm still
Our
completely
corp.
new to it.
Our corp.
All right.
Who's giving you the wobble?
Your insurance claim has been sent. Thank you.
Best bet would be to
It is
go
pickled
to
fart.
That's funny.
Whiskey. Best bet would be to go to Baijini Point, which is the station at our corp.
It's not something I'd want to sniff.
All right, Tomat, we're gonna go ahead and grab our cutlass and.
Alright, looks like it's down.
Calm link down. Calm link down.
Comrade.
All right,
Nice.
I'm engaging.
Tyrus in a
Cool.
Scorpius
Kill them all.
here.
Kill them all.
Sight.
Remember, 3 to a person unless it's a hard to your target, in which case 5 to a person. All right, tomato.
All right. You got
Yeah,
no
that just
helmet
went
on.
hot fast.
Heads up.
Pickled fart is going
They
down
can't
quick.
hear me. I've been muted this whole time. Gosh dang it. You
Let's not
oh,
really
never mind.
focus on pickled fart.
Oh, Rig's back.
I'm gonna go for the other guys.
Rig.
Yes.
We love you, Rig.
Pedro, I don't want to.
We're gonna rub butter all over you.
Engaged, I'm almost down.
Probably smash G-Lo's. He's on you.
Any advice for overcoming a 30k on load screen? On load screen? Maybe have you? I don't know. For 9 days, that might be an account focused glitch. Have you tried a character? Are you loading it into the game or loading into the main menu?
He's
They're
running.
going back up now.
Yeah, I'm staying. Stay on target.
Yep.
Engaging rabbit.
Platinum. Yeah, I'm on rabbit as well. Lobbing missiles at rabbit.
Weapons free, y'all.
You guys are looking for a radius. I'm right over. I got missiles on me.
What's up, Zebra?
The elevator's working in prison, Bungie.
I don't know. I don't go to prison. I'm a good boy.
Rabbit's
Oh,
running.
My shields are down. I'm running. Oh.
Anybody need backup?
Everybody needs backup.
Yeah, it's pretty hot.
Yeah, we got pretty far off of the target, so I'm heading back.
I'm on JT if you guys want to get back in radius.
Copy.
Got multiple targets on me. On Tyrus. We're quite high and out of the way though. There's no way I'll survive this.
Dan jumped.
Dan jumped?
Back.
Yeah, I don't see him anymore.
I'm gonna get in the turret just in case.
I need to go repair.
Pickled fart. Did he die?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Cell 2 or Cell 5.
Turning to the facility.
Real quick, JT crew, who are the active threats and how many?
Trying to assess that now.
Lost rabbit.
Turret's up.
Alright, rabbit is one possible threat. How many people do we have in the air at JT?
We got someone back near Tyrus as well, or that could be Tyrus's.
Ignore Tyrus. Tyrus is super far from JT.
PTU matchmaking is currently down, so people can't get into that.
DK out.
Okay, yeah, that engine is not Tyrus. I'm going up to see who it is.
Rapid jump.
I'm turning back. I'm scanning as well.
Dan is still 20 clicks out and closing.
Tomat, are you in the gunner seat?
I am. Yeah, I'm in the turret.
The engine plume just disappeared. I got platinum back.
Is there
Heading straight towards him.
is there anybody in the facility?
Yeah, platinum. Platinum is heading straight towards it.
Looking for you, Night Hunter.
I'm heading down towards it. I'm kind of in the air right now. 20 clicks above it.
Padro, are you right next to the facility?
Yes. Same with J-Los.
Alright. Keep everyone
He's
from
right by
getting
the
there.
mountain ranges here.
Got an
I got
Inferno.
platinum in my target.
Yep.
The Inferno is
About
empty.
that Inferno.
Inferno is empty.
log.
See you, Night Hunter.
I'm on
There's platinum.
Engaging.
Alright, I'm back on Kai the Scorpius. He's up behind you, Keel.
I have eyes on JT.
Shotgun, I just saw a signal right next to you.
Oscarada's back.
Engaging.
I don't see anybody on the ground yet.
No, nobody on the ground. So, do you want to man the turret still, and we continue to assist until we've secured the airspace, or do you want to go in now and?
I think we could
kinda
start. Yeah, let's start moving
think
them.
we could start.
Here, I'll get into a rate fight with Platinum, and someone can start getting into him.
Real quick, let me confirm. Azen and Tyrus, do you think we're good to start attempting to move boxes as long as the pilot of the Cuddy stays in the pilot seat?
Copy. Yeah, I think we're good.
Dan jump.
Cool.
We're quite busy up here, but I don't know. what
Platinum's trying to disengage.
You have a multi-tool, Punji?
I do have a multi-tool.
You might want to take care of it then,
Arrest
because I don't
stop.
have one.
I can give you a multi-tool, no problem.
Okay.
Array's is down.
Shintoki and the blade is a bad guy?
No, friendly.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I got missiles locked on me. Missiles on me.
Alright, looks like the multi-tool is right there. Grab it.
Got it. Thank you. I will
I'm in
get
the
started.
damn Grab it.
Yep. Want me to run in with you just in case anyone made their way in?
Sure.
I got someone else on me. I'm gonna see who it is.
Jiglos.
I will head as well.
I got Scarata on me.
Real quick, could I get someone to more closely guard the Cutlass? I'm gonna go in with Tomato just to scope it out, and then I'm gonna head back into the pilot seat.
We'll make it quick.
Tire's coming in.
We're gonna scope it out real quick.
I need some help with the Scorpius. I'm heading down towards JT.
Night Hunter needs help with Scorpius. Go. I'm going left.
Going
I'll
right.
meet you at JT.
Alright, pulling up.
Joy Lindholm.
Alright, above
Far
JT.
clear.
Bungie, do what you gotta do.
Yep, we're clear on this side. All right, I will start grabbing the boxes.
Yep, grabbing the boxes. I would grab them from this dispenser over here.
Yeah.
It seems closer to a more optimal loading area.
There's more than one dispenser now.
Yeah, there's
we
two
got
of them.
Kai, 0.3 clicks above us. Scorpius. Looks like he's engaging Night Hunter.
He's on Shintoki right now.
Okay.
Yeah, the unfortunate
Now he's back
thing
on me. It's his turret's on me. His turret's on me. They're together.
Okay, you got Pedro there. Dude, help him.
Rabbit is on Padro's tail. I'm trying to.
Alright, I'm gonna get in there.
Punji will assist where possible. I'm going to mostly focus on the ground.
You want me to guard or move?
Can you repeat that?
Would you like me to guard or move?
Move. Go assist the fighters.
Okay.
Yep, the Cutlass is back in the air, so I'm able to cover my own tail.
I will let you know when I'm ready to take these boxes out.
Can do. Let me know when you get about 20.
The heck? What? Did I lose a box?
Probably. There'll be more boxes.
What? Wait, I just lost another box. Are they just disappearing?
Platinum Rabbit, right by you, Keel. Oh, you're engaging him. Okay.
I've been on his ass for a while.
Gotcha.
All right, so these are disappearing, so I don't think I'm going to be able to keep them
I
here.
think he just jumped. Yeah, he jumped.
Right. Let me come down and assess the situation.
Just pop down and open your cargo, and I'll put whatever I have in there. For whatever reason, the two boxes that were there already disappeared.
Oh, no, I mean, if they're not despawning continuously, just grab what you can, move them to the airlock. Let me know when you've got about 20 or 30.
Alright, I got Burdens and a Gladius. Just
Aye.
2 clicks above, jump
Lost
down.
cup.
You alright down there, Tomato?
They're disappearing. They are despawning. Yeah, they keep coming back to the drug dispenser.
Alright, massive desync of some sort.
Yeah, so I'll start putting them in the airlock, I guess, but they're not really reliable.
Shooting up to.
Alright, Abs.
That's a bad sign.
I'm sorry, what was that? What was that, Toki?
B-Win is shooting up to 3
I got someone on
per second. Yeah, it's probably contributing to your overbanding.
Gotcha.
Burden's making a pass on JT, it looks like.
Cool. What are they in?
Or no, he's turning on Pedro. He's a Gladius.
Alright.
Oh,
I
we got
think
a
I got
hammerhead here.
Kai on me again.
Oh,
That
we
or
got
Birdie.
Yeah, there's a UE hammerhead here.
Punji's coming in. Walgrit, you're gonna need a party invite, aren't you?
No, I can't get into.
Okay. Tomato, there are 3 boxes in here. I think it might be just a you thing.
Up.
No,
Hammerhead and Roots JT.
I just put them in there.
Oh, okay.
What just happened?
The UE.
Yeah.
So, are you good on the despawning boxes?
Yeah, it seems like I have to do it twice for each box. I don't know.
That is entirely possible. I'm gonna check to see if there's not any other multi-tools here.
Anybody available to help Tyrus with burdens?
Yes.
Go
I'm dealing with
Tyrus.
platinum, but let me go see what I can go.
Yeah,
help for you.
Probably Smash has a ship right over.
Where are you, Tyrus?
Gios, hi.
There you
Welcome to the
Right
ground
there,
game.
right over JT.
Hey. My ship blew up and
it's
somehow I
Cyrus,
survived the jackpin, so...
Platinum's going down towards Padre right now.
That's fair. Yeah, go ahead and help Tomato move the boxes into this airlock over here.
Got 2 enemy contacts on Tyrus from Soft Death.
Yep, Tyrus is down. Abs, who else is gonna help Abs with those targets?
We got UE Hammerhead.
Yeah, I got people on me now. I'm dealing with burdens.
Oh, they shot off an engine.
Hey,
this
this
is gonna be a pain to fly.
This is one of us in here, right? White and blue?
Yes, that's Gios there.
Oh, okay.
I can't eject. Can I eject?
Punji, I can bring an MSR if you want.
Yeah,
Are we taking
if
a
you
Navy
wouldn't
out?
mind. What? If you're not familiar with their name, take them out. We'll apologize later if they're us.
The Navy.
Oh yeah, take them out. Take them out. We have no crime stats.
Tyrus, if you can land, I can pick you up.
Come on.
I don't.
Ah.
We'll see, but I doubt it.
I'm just seeing him spin out of control right now, so yeah, I don't think so. He's gonna die.
I got burdens on me.
I got no control.
We're in a rate fight right now. He is definitely.
I'm dead. I'll be back.
Azen is engaging Joy.
Copy him.
Call out the ships that you're engaging, by the way, not just the names.
Gladius. I got a blade on me as well.
Okay.
I'm on
blade.
a course.
I'm dead.
Pedro.
Soft death.
I see Shitoki, Azen, Nighthunter, and Shogun.
Patron comes to you.
I had 3 on me, so careful. They just split off of me and went on someone else.
I nearly collided with them.
Target down. Joy is down.
Ah. I'll be coming back in a moment.
Their hammerhead is
Wormhole boxes, bro. Some new tech they've got in this game now. All right, let's see if the tractor beam will work for me this time. Come on. Thank you. As long as I can pull it straight out like a calm man, it actually works.
Switch to a different one.
They're quantum linked? Bro, they just discovered the jump point module. The drug jump point module. Concentrate enough drugs in a place and you'll be able to change to a different star system. Wonder if carrying the boxes by hand would be more stable? Yeah, I think so. Or as long as you pull it out of this dispenser without it catching on the edge, it does okay.
I can't. I'm not sure.
He's trying to emergency land.
I'm coming in an ion. I'll take care of the hammer.
Cool.
A little bit of ways.
Hammerhead just took my wing out.
Maximizing shields down here.
Yeah, we got a hammerhead above, so we get the stuff into the cutlass and go.
How much you got in there?
Probably like 6 more boxes, maybe.
That brings
7.
us to a total of 10. I would say it's not worth it.
Without an engine in that cutty, you're not likely to get away. You should just wait until I get there.
Yeah, we'll continue loading into the airlock, and depending on how things hot up down here, if it looks like we're about to lose the entire area, we'll try and make it out.
Think we're gonna lose the area?
How many fighters do we have in the sky?
Trying to get a feel for that at the moment. Give me one moment. We have 7 fighters in the sky.
Not bad.
Who is engaging what? What ships are we fighting?
Hazen's
Brawley.
engaged
Taking out the
Brawley
hammerhead.
Possibly ignore the hammerhead, as that shouldn't be getting too close to anyone too fast.
Pedro and
Alright,
Rev
cool.
are on a Corsair, it's down.
Padro is down.
No,
Alright,
the
somebody's
Corsair.
got my number.
No, Padro's still alive. Who's my number?
Hazen's down.
Hazen's down. All right. Everybody go and reinforce abs. Absimilard. I've got a God Almighty in a Scorpius. They are moving.
I'm engaging after him.
All right. Who is I?
Nomadic.
All right. Nomadic. I need. Shit. I don't have Shintoki on comms. Shintoki's fighting someone else. They're on their own. Farvahar, back up Nomadic. Gato is going after abs.
Farvahar dead.
Oof.
Alright, Farvahar's down.
I am running.
We've got Ravixi, Pedro, and Nomadic still in the air, plus abs.
You got 14 now.
I will be down soon. I am suffering a major torque imbalance.
Oh.
Ooh.
Cutlass is about to go down. Yeah, Cutlass is dead. Sorry.
Whoa. What the heck hit?
Yeah. I think quite a few people just showed up.
Yeah. Missile just hit.
January's back en route.
Alright, I'm gonna see if I can tag them before they get to the base.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and bail out and join you on the ground and reinforce that way.
Okay, you're still in the ship?
I'm still alive.
Soft up.
You want me to try and get down
Rev,
on the
did you
ground
get
or
him?
go and repair my ship?
All right, just
I'm still good. I'm still...
Don't get on the ground. Don't get on the ground. There's enough people on the ground. Cutlass is down. Cutlass is down.
I'm going to
Rev,
go
did you
repair
get
my
the
ship.
Corsair, or is it?
Has anybody actually landed?
There is a ship landing at the moment.
Where
Got
is
those hitting in really fast.
Where is it landing?
It's landing sunward over the mountains.
Oh.
No, it's landing next to you guys. I'm really far away. I'm sorry. You've got
Is that a
infiltrators
hammerhead?
coming in. It might be the hammerhead.
Anybody else who needs help?
I'm coming. I'll be there shortly.
Did they steal an NPC hammerhead?
The
They do.
player's name would show up underneath it if it was player flown.
Are you guys seeing Aperture 666 and A2?
They're not us. If you can waste them, do so. Otherwise, let them be. They might take out the hostiles that they know.
Who's here with me in the base here? We need to get up on top and defend this
Gios.
place.
Yeah, Gios is with you. Gios, work with Tomato to cover the entrances.
Yeah, they're gonna come out of this hammerhead.
Are you outside?
We're up
Okay,
on.
it seems like Rapid is engaging that other guy.
I am up on top of the Jumptown base. I don't see anybody exiting now. I only have 30 shots in this gun, so I'm gonna be on the turret. But even then, it's being a little glitchy, so I don't know how well this is gonna go.
Hey,
You want me to come outside of the?
Yeah, I think we should tag them together.
Okay, yeah, go for it. I'm approaching quickly from anti-sunward.
Okay.
Tyrus is on Aperture 666. This is A2 above Jumptown.
All right. Where is it? If you can, give me a distance to JT itself. That way we might have enough warning to get inside.
I'm looking.
9.9.
Okay.
9.9.
Let me get back on target.
Looks like they've got guys in the hammerhead staying in turrets, so beware if you're coming near.
All right, so they're
They've got-
just serving as a really effective mobile AA.
Yeah, they've got at least 2 turrets active. I would say we need to bring something in to splash this thing.
I think this A2 is more dangerous to you, so I'm on it. But if I survive this, I'll take
Sure.
it. I'm in Ion.
This is definitely an NPC hammerhead. I've got eyes on the guy inside.
So
Yeah.
Would you rather have an extraction ship or another Ion to take out the hammerhead?
I'm in the
please.
Inferno. I'm in the Inferno. Hazen.
Azen, get on Aperture if you can.
Well, if it'll let me jump, I will.
I think he's trying to ram us.
Because this This guy will ruin everything.
Wait, so there's a person flying it, but it's an AI NPC?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
NPC.
Okay, cool. So we're probably not gonna have any players coming out of there.
Aperture is
Right.
now 16 clicks out.
3.5 from him.
We got a Connie coming in.
We got a Hercules coming in.
All right, I think we can return to the boxes. I don't think this hammerhead's too much of a threat, and Punji's out there.
No, yeah, I'm busy keeping him occupied. He's
Well-
trying to squish me.
We will need to get a new ship to pick up all these drugs.
Yeah, I think
Toki has a
Aperture
chip
is
on
our greatest danger right now.
Unfortunately, I'm still a ways out.
Alright, looks like Aperture might be making a...
Liquid Prime, is he in the
He's
group?
dropping altitude. I'm
Nope.
not sure if he's making...
He's
going for a
right
drop.
on JT, floating.
Shoot him.
In a constellation. He's taking
Oh,
off.
he's gonna be an easy target.
Is that the Connie that's nearby?
Yeah, he's taking off.
Okay. Are you guys
Yeah.
fighting someone? Chugging?
That's Punji calling the shots.
Oh. I need to fix my shit.
His marker just went friendly for me. That's so silly.
Oh, that's Aperture.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will be right back in a minute, guys.
His side
Okay.
shields are
Be
down.
right back, folks.
Oh, did he just... Oh, I lost him.
UE, Navy, get out of here. Oh, wow, they just blew me up.
Platinum Rabbit's back.
Yep. I'm turning on him.
Aperture jumped.
Yeah, looks like it. That
Is
raid
there,
loaded.
am I allowed to join whatever you guys do?
Sure, yeah. Let me just
More the merrier.
at least shoot at this
Platinum
hammerhead.
jumped.
Oh,
There's
no
a high
problem. I'm not in the game yet. I'm just asking to see whether.
There's a high attrition rate, know that.
Oh yeah, everyone's cannon fodder at this point.
Oh yeah, I'm flying with one wing. I'm going in for repairs.
All right. Does that one wing affect your maneuverability?
I've got half of my weapons.
How many hostile threats are in the air?
I see 2 of them.
Alright.
Yeah, I can stick around and just be fodder.
Yeah,
Is the hammerhead
continue
still
until
there?
dead. The hammerhead is still here. It looks like the hammerhead is taking fire, heavy fire.
Coming in too on it. Oh, it might be gone.
It's still here. I would definitely take it out if you can.
Avenge my
I don't-
death.
Which one?
Got a Saber coming in. 7.5 clicks from JT. Coming in low from 195. It might be stopped now, or stopping.
Yeah, I got that target.
All right, how are we looking?
I don't think it's occupied.
This guy's afterburning all over the place. Holy fuck.
Oh no, it's
Yeah,
occupied.
it is.
Snowstorm is impeding my visibility. I do not have eyes on the sky. Not that I could really tell what's there. That player-controlled NPC hammerhead is still up.
Saber's gone. Moving to the hammerhead.
How are we?
Yeah, if you can
How are we doing on pickup possibilities?
I'm on my way.
Cool.
Who is on my way?
Toki.
All right, sweet.
What do we need to do to clear the area for Toki? What's going on outside?
We need more air support. We have a hostile player-controlled NPC hammerhead currently in the AO.
I'm gonna just blow it.
Hostile Scorpius in there as well. Gato. Gato Mighty 2.
Toki,
I'm
what you bring
engaging.
into pickup?
MSR.
Okay.
Alright, there's 3 on that. Can I trade one of you on the Hammerhead? I think Jumptown's not covered right now.
No, Jumptown is very much not covered. Everyone just kind of wandered off. We have Jinri, Aizen, and Revixi.
Yeah, can I trade with somebody that's on the Hammerhead? I'm in an Ion. I should be able to do a lot of damage to him. So.
Yeah, I'm coming back towards JT.
Okay.
Alright, coming back to Jumptown.
Hey, Jinri, pull back, pull back. I see 2 targets coming towards you.
That Hammerhead's headed out, so I'm disengaging too.
You guys on live?
I'm disengaging Hammerhead.
Yeah, we're on live. Hey, Revixi, also pull back with Jinri. See if you can't like get behind the pursuers.
Copy that.
I'm having trouble fixing the 325A. I'm coming back in a blade.
Yep, no problem.
Send off a large missile.
Revixi, they are on you now. Jinri, move to assist Revixi.
Liquid's back.
All right, guys, I am going to try and get a final delivery here with the group. I guess final, literally first. Unfortunately, it took us a while to get over here, so it was a little slow starting. I'm glad we did get down here and we were able to at least gather some cargo and get some drugs together. Not the most fulfilling run of Jumptown, but there wasn't much time to prep or anything just because we came straight from the podcast. But I do want to run this a couple more times throughout the next week. But for now, I've got to get going here pretty soon. So I'm just going to try and send these drugs all on the way. And see how much money we can make.
I see Dan, Mighty, and...
Copy.
We got a group of 3 coming in.
Oof.
Yep.
I don't think we're
Who
holding
am I?
this.
Who am I joining on?
Dan, Gato, and Platinum Rabbit.
Burden's
All right.
ring.
You have you
I
back
got
in
people on me.
bound?
They're all on me.
Alright, hang on one moment, Abyssal. I will get you into the party in just a moment.
Yeah, I'm working.
Party invite out.
Okay, cool.
If we need to run, I could bring my 400i instead of the blade.
I have somebody shooting at Aizen.
Hey, can you share the mission right quick so I can see where we're gonna...
There, it's not shareable.
Coming up on you, Keel.
You have to take it from your priority contract.
I'm just taking evasive maneuvers.
I see him. It's Waka 13 in a blade.
Yep. Sounds right. That's why I can't get him.
Tomato and G, if you have it inside, I'm gonna go back outside and just kind of hopefully hold the perimeter.
Gotcha.
Can we get a light fighter up here with Keel?
Keel, what you trying to take out?
It's a blade that's on my ass.
Alright, can I get...
I have to disengage. I'm running out of
he's-
fuel, so...
No problem.
He's moving away. Keel, you might want to just blast across, and then when he catches up, bring him into everyone else.
It is pretty cool. Flora and fauna in this game would be pretty crazy. Gameplay around...
There's infantry on the ground outside.
Whoa.
Prepare to repel infiltrators.
Oh boy, how close?
Yeah, they just encamped him real close. FPS fire.
Okay. Crappy.
Platinum Rabbit, 3 clicks.
Whoa.
Comslink restored.
Something just blew up. Comslink restored? Okay. Are they red? Gosh, now we don't know if
Yeah, they're red for me.
But on FPS, we have no way of knowing, yeah?
Submit on the server.
Oh shit. Now we're war crimes.
Yeah, well, we've been at this for 4 hours, so if it ends here, it ends here, and that's fine. Continue as normal.
Yeah, they're...
Firing missiles on you, Keel.
Yep.
Are they still outside?
I still got Gato. He's trying to run. Trying to prevent him from getting shields back.
I could get to you, Punji, if they're not out there anymore.
Well, I don't think anyone killed them, so they're probably out here.
Okay, I've lost control of my ship. Aizen's lost control. Heading to ground.
Try to get into space and eject if you can.
I'm not in a spacesuit. I have no control of the ship. I'm dead in
Oh,
space.
they're coming through.
Yep, waste them.
Cycling.
Toss a grenade in that bitch. Take all the drugs out with them.
Or did you cycle the door?
Trying to finish you off.
Yeah, I'm dead. I have
I
no
didn't cycle the
control.
door. I'm incapped.
He's down.
Cool. Give it a 5 count and then push out.
Oh,
and
I
see if you
got
can
him.
Res me.
Nice, good job.
Killed Burden.
I heard it.
I'll try to catch you, Keel. Eject.
Yeah, right.
But
Nah, the Waka and the blade is still on me.
All right, let's clear airlock, get outside, clear the immediate area, and get Punji up.
I don't see. Oh, yeah, there's Walker.
Yeah, I can't really do anything but fly in circles.
I'm gonna head out. Whoa.
Roger.
Wait. Who's shooting? Is that? Who's with me?
Gios, if they're unmarked for you, but they should look similar enough to you.
Yeah, Gios, where are you?
Gios, you here?
He's
Gios is
Aizen
muted.
is pulling.
Oh yeah, I'm just outside the door.
Oh, okay, cool. You already went outside?
Yeah, there's one to the right. Not sure where he is now. Though.
Okay.
Trying to pull Waka away from the fight.
I'm gonna come out the other entrance
hiding
then,
underneath.
because they might be trying to flank.
I got hits on him.
I'm on Brawley, and I got someone else on me as well. Brawley's almost dead.
Target disappearing.
I just made Brawley lose a wing.
Aperture and the A2's back.
Isn't there another way?
Crap. Someone tail him. Don't try too hard to kill him. Focus on your own survival, but let us know if a bomb's dropped. That way the Tomato and Gios can get back inside before that bomb lands.
Yeah, I'll be with him.
All right.
Toki is 2 minutes out with
Peekaboo.
traction.
We good to drop the Navy?
We're probably all crime statted up at this point.
Yeah.
I'm not.
What do you want me to
Someone
drop
got
him
me
or
up.
not?
Someone got me up. It is
Yeah.
Gios. All right, Gios, I'm good here.
There
Go
was
and
one
protect
someone
yourself.
outside, but I
Alright,
don't
I
know
have
where
that. A2's occupied. I could use some help. We got whiskey here
That's
as well.
me.
Okay,
Yep.
cool. Awesome.
How many non-A2 targets do we have? I'm willing to risk a bomb drop. I want to take out the other fighters first.
Okay.
Aizen is self-destructing. I can't control my ship at all, so.
Aye, door. Rude.
Looks like some turkeys down. Or no.
Oh, I killed you. You're on our server.
Solid hits.
Only Spiff, you playing
He
Jumptown?
almost got me.
Ooh. Sorry,
The
guys. It
hammerhead's
is.
back.
It is a day.
Heads back. I think that should be
Off for
target
the
one.
evening. Have a good one. Hey, man. Sorry for killing you. You know how Jumptown be. But thanks for being a good sport. Have a good weekend, man.
I'm gonna see if this guy has a multi-tool. He does not.
You want to take mine?
Multiple.
I might have to end up getting out of here pretty soon.
Okay, yeah. If you want to drop it on the floor for me somewhere.
Yeah, I'll put it right here. It is yours.
Nomad is friendly.
Yeah, I got 4
Yeah,
people
Nomadic
on
Shogun
this.
is
Sneaking on the
friendly.
ground.
Nomadic Shogun.
Sorry.
At the multi-tool.
Oh, the guy we killed is in your chat.
Still sneaking in on the
Yeah.
ground.
Which guy?
Somebody is still sneaking around on the ground outside?
There's a Valkyrie that is sneaking in low altitude.
Roger, I'm trying to get Kai off of you. Alright, I got him off of you. Oh, he's back on you. Yeah, he's
Are we not
focused.
going after Aperture?
I'm
you're
on
not-
Aperture. I'm keeping him busy.
Someone was gonna kill you. The fact it was you is just icing. We'll appreciate your kindness following the brutal murder. Hope you have a good time though doing more Jumptown after this. Oh, that was your Valk out front? What happened to it?
a drug run.
All right, let's do it.
I'm about to go down. Soft death.
Torpedo out on aperture.
He's launching chaff.
All right. You guys are about to get hit really hard.
We have no defenses?
No, basically none.
So how...
Padre's about to go down. He has 5 people on him.
Oh, we're not going to be able to do a pickup.
I can just wait until after they drop the bomb.
No, I think it's the multiple bogeys that will keep you from landing.
The Valkyries still circling.
I'm
The
returning now.
C2's, or the A2's busy with me right now. He's not headed your way, unless there's another one.
Yeah, the Hammerhead's busy. He's got 3 of us on him.
Someone said there was 5 threats though.
We got a cutty out back. Is that you, Punji? Or...
What?
There's a cutty landed out back.
No, it's not us. Kill it if you can.
I mean, maybe we can just take it?
Board it.
Oh, yeah. We could board it. One moment. I will go and investigate, and if it's clear, I'll bring it around to the drug hole, and we'll take off.
Okay. I only have 4 shots.
Shields on this A2 are impressive.
Valkyrie's about 700 meters out.
All right. Gio,
What's up,
Space
Martin?
Tomato, come to where Punji is at the moment.
Coming to.
Oh, something just hit that Hammerhead.
Is it better? Is Jumptown better?
I don't know.
It's definitely more interesting with the 2 exits, the multiple drug dispensers.
Yeah, you got two Scorpius. Last I saw, a Blade, and
My computer's struggling to run the game right now, though. My CPU is way too hot.
out there. I think it was a.
All right, head into that airlock, cycle it, and prepare to load. I'm gonna go check out the Cutlass.
Aperture's engaging whiskey.
Cycling. I'm gonna have to cycle by hand, though. Or,
My ship will be available in a minute.
What the heck? Oh, God. I just got glitched into the building.
You didn't? Did you walk on the drugs?
No,
I left a space for you.
I jumped over them.
Are you
I'm
stuck?
not joking. If you take off your pants, then you'll like push yourself up,
If I take my pants off?
or your
Do
arms,
it.
or something.
Don't ask questions. Do it.
He's
Do it. Take
dead.
your pants off.
Trust the strange man telling you to take your pants off.
Yeah, well, it's the internet. You can trust everybody here.
But the moon.
One moment.
Are you wearing a spacesuit?
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, JT crew, they are they're about to be in your building. They were shooting at me. I shot one outside. He's dead. It's fine, but you might have visitors.
But I can't handle visitors right now.
You got no pants on. Throw your pants at them.
Oh, I am not out. I think I'm fully inside of this object.
They probably won't be able to kill you.
Gosh dang it. How is this how it ends?
Aizen is 70 clicks out.
Hey, I've got Aperture's attention for a while, guys, if y'all need it.
You're way up above.
I know, but if we don't kill this guy, he'll be headed to Jumptown as soon as he's done here.
Oh no.
Let's see if
It's Wake 13 hostile.
Oh, they suicided the ship. Oh, that's why I couldn't take off. Wow, clever play.
You were about to steal it?
I was about to steal it. They killed me. I'm down.
Okay, I took all my stuff off.
Toki, if you're still capable of a pickup, go ahead, head on down. You have a tractor beam?
Sounds like. Oh, I do have tractor beams. Yeah.
Oh my God, they're right there.
No, that's I'm stuck too. I did the exact same thing you.
There's somebody down underneath the Valkyrie.
How did you both get stuck?
Oh shit, I'm getting shot.
They both ended up stuck.
Ow! How did they find you?
Somebody just complained about Punji.
I'm down.
Who complained about me?
I could
General
like
chat.
kill you and tractor beam you, maybe.
Say anything?
I see you
there.
spawned over at Microtech, I think.
Yeah, Valkyrie has landed. You're probably getting.
Alright, Aperture is way off target. I'm going back to Jumptown.
Yeah, I pulled him off.
I think
Yeah, he's gonna end up sneaking in, but.
I think our.
No, he's engaged with me.
I think our lovingly stacked drugs are someone else's now.
Yeah, I think our investment here is toast.
I know, but if we don't take him out up here, we're not gonna kill him, and then it'll be a problem when we don't want him to be.
Hammerhead's rear shield is down.
That's why I'm staying engaged with him.
I can kill you and tractor beam you maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, you can give it a try. But that guy's looking at us right there. He's trying to chuck a grenade over here. Hey, shoot that guy. He's throwing grenades at us.
Where's the grenade?
He landed.
Where is he?
He's on top of the boxes over there next to the blade.
So apparently there's an A2 coming into JT.
Oh my god, I think he might have just saved me.
Well,
Yeah,
we can
I'm
barely
more
pick
stuck.
one.
I'm out. He got me out.
Where'd he go?
I'm even more stuck now.
I don't have any bullets.
Son of a bitch, you jumped away, you little bitch.
Oh shit.
Hammerhead has jumped off till his shields recharge. Be back in a sec.
Alright, let's focus on the Hammerhead or Aperture or the other A2, but we gotta group up or we're not gonna take out any one of them.
I'm dead.
Tyrus, call out a target. Everyone move to that target.
Which one's closest to JT?
You're the only one situated to see that.
Oh.
I am
Looks
at
like
JT.
Cal.
I lost Aperture.
I'm headed. Yeah, he's 75.
All right, y'all. That kind of wraps it for me. Woo. This game's getting more fun. This was interesting. I think with proper preparation, my computer running at a normal temperature, and like a full session of Jumptown, that would have been a lot of fun. I enjoyed that. So I look forward to doing it again next week, and hopefully a couple more. Oh, excuse me, a couple more times before it's over. But I got to get going, folks. Looks like we are at Grimhex anyways, so that's the end of our play for today. I'm going to pass you all on over to, let's hit over the Space Cutlet today. Looks like he's just getting started on some Star Citizen, trying to log in. Yeah, I had no ammo. Not great prep on my end. That's, I'd rather be able to say that I had no ammo than I was just bad at shooting that ammo, so that's my excuse. Anyways, folks, thank you so much for being here. I hope you had a good time. I'll see you on Monday again. We've got different things coming out, podcasts, videos. We've got a new giveaway starting on Monday with the big ship, so make sure to show up to the stream. Get involved in that, and I don't know, have some fun. Win something. Win a copy of the game. Either way, folks, thanks again for being here. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay and the podcast, and have a great weekend yourself. I'll see you next time.